That ain't the top podcast.
What's good, y'all? It's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. And listen, man, I think that Jalen Wilson is a gem. I'm gonna keep it real. Watching him play, I always enjoy it. I watched him today. He had the game winner, and he got it from following the shot. I think Armani Brooks went to the paint. He threw it off the backboard. No, not him. It was, I think, Kennedy. I forget who it was. But he went to the basket. He missed his shot, and Jalen Wilson got the rebound and put it back in. So, real talk, that's my guy, man. I like Jalen Wilson. I like Clowney too, but I like him too, man. Shout to LBL for life, one for real. Shout to you, Brody. Kennedy drove. That's who it was. Yeah. Kennedy, yeah, man. I like Kennedy too. I like his tenacity. You know what I mean? He's not my favorite player. Like, oh my God, like this. No. He's just I like his engine. You know what I'm saying? He attacked the basket. He put pressure on the bigs, and we were resilient. We had the lead. We jumped out. We got a big lead. I think in the third quarter, the Toronto Raptors made a run, kept it close, took it to overtime, but we kept our foot on the gas, you know what I'm saying, and got the win. And we did it by going to the basket. We wasn't trying to, in those last 7 points, I think we got one off a steal. Kennedy got a steal and then dunked it. Then one time, I think we got some free throws. And then Jalen Wilson scored those last 2 points. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know how it go. Kennedy drove. He said Kaepernick here. I don't know what that means for real. People in there. Shout out to Peoples, man. One of the biggest fans in the chat. Be holding down the chat as a recent. That's my guy, man. Shout out to him, man. I seen him say that he's overseas. Shout out to you, bro. Showing love from overseas, man. That's got to be dope. What time is it where you at right now, Peoples? Again, I appreciate the love. You know what I mean? You see, I'm a small channel, and my job is to push the quality, have quality content. But you guys help me grow. You know what I mean? Y'all guys, by like, share, comment, and subscribing, y'all help the page grow. So shout out to y'all. I got love for y'all. LBL for life says, I like Wilson, Clowney, and Chandler. Yeah, I like Clowney too, because he ain't shy to take that 3-ball, right? And what they were saying is they want him to take the 3-ball because he stretched the defense and he brings the big outside of the paint. So that might make us a better rebounding too, by Clowney being a good 3-point shooter, having their best rebounder have to guard Clowney. I think that's the idea of having Clowney on the roster, not to mention his wingspan and defense. And the reason why I said that we could be a top 10 defense this season, I think Noah Clowney and Nick Claxton in the lineup, that wingspan and Mikal Bridges is going to make it tough. It's going to be a lot more contested shots for the opposing team. Like Brooklyn Nets is going to make it tough for you to score. And that's all I want, man. We ain't got to have the best shot blocker, shout to Clax. But if you could just jump and contest the shot, you know what I'm saying? That goes a long way. I like all of these players too. I think Wilson is the better out of the three, but I definitely like all three players. People in there that said we in the semifinals. That's what's up. That's what up, man. We catching a wreck in that summer league. We only lost once, but it's like four teams that haven't lost at all. So those are the teams that are in front of us, and we the next team after that with one loss. We lost that first game, and we bounced back 3 games straight with wins. I like that. That shows an immediate response to that first game that lost. We didn't get down. We said, nah, we could have won that first game, and we're going to go out there and compete the next one. So shout out to the Brooklyn Nets Summer League. They out there hooping. I like Armani Brooks. I think he might get a shot. But right now, as we speak, the Nets got 7 guards. I don't know if they're gonna make room for our money, Brooks, man. I don't know how that shit gonna play out, but he is a good shooter. That's all facts. LBL said, I said this is Cap and Nick Williams said, oh shit, what up, Cap? Yeah, it was good, man. How you doing, man? Yo, shout out to Cap, man. Shit, man. He had came to the KVN Who Run the City, the podcast last year in the summer. I got to meet him there. I seen him after that, and you know, he's one of the better Nets fans. When I say Nets fans is the best fans, he is one of the fans that I'll be talking about. Me and him, we talk about a lot of basketball stuff. But yeah, man, shout out to you, man. I'd love to have you on the panel sometime. People said shout out to you, Breezy. Yo, it's 5 a.m. here. Wow, you up 5 a.m.? Shit. That's what's up, man. Early bird get the wizard. Oh, he said, good looking out for showing love all the time, man. That's how the Brooklyn way, man. We always show love. People said, yo, what the fuck was with that guy, this center? He had some kind of personal grudge on us, but he trash. Dude used to play for us, but we ain't give him no minutes. He from Queens. He a hometown hero or whatnot, but he made it to the league. He played for the Nets on a 10-day contract last season, and Jock Vaughn didn't give him no run. So, yeah, he might have a grudge against us because of that. So, I imagine, you know, we got to compete with him. I seen him out there shooting them wild-ass free throws, you know, and dunking the ball like he emphatically. Like, calm down, bro. Still only 2 points. And y'all lost, so hold that. But that's who he is. Shout out to LBL. He said, have Whitehead replace Joe Harris. Hold on, let me post it. He said, have Whitehead replace Joe Harris. Wilson replace Royce. And Clowney get some backup for 4 minutes. I like that. I don't want Royce to be replaced, though. I think we could fit both of them in the rotation. Royce has deserved and earns a spot for the Brooklyn Nets from what he did last season, being one of the players in the NBA who played the most minutes. At one time, Royce O'Neal played the most minutes for the Brooklyn Nets, and you know what I mean? That's impressive. Or if he did, and he was neck and neck with Kevin Durant. So it shows you how essential it is to have him on the floor. I don't want to replace him. I got to disagree with you there, Cap. I want him on the team. Let me put a link in the chat for Caps, just in case he try to pull up. Because I'm making a lot of conversation out of his comments. That go for you too, peoples. You know, you guys are more than welcome. Y'all know that. People says we've been through a lot. Any wins is positivity. Facts. Joseph Bavane says with a StreamYard link, just put it in there. LBL said you the man. Breezy, you the man. Appreciate you. LBL says Moses Brown. That's him. Yeah, that's him for sure. The center. People say, yo, I got into some Instagram brief with some country motherfucker. He is a real troll. Biatch! Breezy, these bozos be trying so hard on Instagram. I almost locked me out. Bro, don't even pay them clowns no mind. Just pull up here, talk basketball with us. We gonna have a good time. Ain't nobody being disrespectful. None of that. Shout out to Joseph. I put the link in the chat for sure. There you go. Yo.
What's good, my boy?
Been a minute, man. I see you on the Twitter scene. Happy, what's good?
Yes, sir, man. Just you know how this next shit go for us lifers, man. This Nets world don't stop because the season is over, baby. This shit is 365, 24/7. You feel me?
And I like how me, you, and other Nets fans is pushing the culture. I feel like our fan base is growing, and we out here with real opinions, articulating a good brand of basketball. I like what's going on right now, man. But talk to me, man. How you feel about the Nets right now? Because I haven't spoken to you in a while, so I'm just trying to talk to me about how you feel about the maneuvers we made in the offseason, and talk to me about what you think about the rookies we drafted and how they look in the summer league to you.
I love the moves that we did. It was like everybody that I wanted Sean Marks to get rid of, he fucking got rid of.
Talk about it. Curry,
Joe Harris, Patty Mills.
Facts.
Oh my God. And low key, I know people love Royce.
Yeah.
But I want him to get rid of Royce. Not because I don't think he's a good player, y'all. because I think we kind of have ambiguities at certain positions. Like we got too many 3-and-D guys, and I think Royce can net us some good assets.
Okay. I like that. Cap is with you. LBL, he feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's saying it's between Royce and DFS. I personally am going to take DFS over Royce because DFS has more size, and we lack a lot of size. So, and I know a lot of people talk about DFS's shooting when he came to us, but please understand, the man was dealing with a fucked up finger on his shooting hand. I don't think a lot of people realize he was playing and shooting with a fucked up finger, bro.
Nah, a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, he had surgery on the shit after the season.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, you the first person I was really extensively discussing this with. I actually seen the play where that happened. He had jumped and hit his finger on the rim.
Yeah,
I seen that shit. It was either him or Day'Ron Sharpe. So I don't know if I'm correct about that, but to have a surgery on your shooting hand is a serious thing.
Yeah, but to get back to your point, so I know everybody's looking for the big names and the blockbuster Dame trade. Listen, I like the moves we did. Sean Marks improved around the edges. He got younger. We got more athletic.
Scrappy.
We got with people players that have something to prove. And Lonnie Walker, I think Lonnie Walker is the most underrated signing ever right now.
Talk to me why. I'm gonna pull up his stats, but talk to me why.
Because man, I've seen the man play in person and I've watched him play on TV. He's super athletic. He can handle the ball. He can put pressure on the rim. He's not scared of the moment, and he can shoot a little bit. Like just skill wise, he's there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he proved that in the playoffs with the Lakers. Like
I seen that. He showed up big. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Lonnie is a sleeper, man. I really do. Dennis Smith Jr., I mean, we got a young kid that's super athletic, that can ball, that, you know, they call them fallen angels, like one of the young guys that were looked at highly and then they just fall out of nowhere. I think he can come back. I think he's going to be hungry. We're going to see. You know what I mean? So,
that point guard spot not on lock. Dinwiddie do not have the point guard spot on lock. That's for sure.
No, he do not. And the only thing I don't like is we still haven't gotten some size. We're still thin in the front court.
That's true.
And that's why I would prefer to move Royce for weaknesses that we lack in.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I think DFS is a huge piece that we're overlooking and what he could bring to the Nets. Now, if he's efficient rebounding and defense, the help that we're looking for Claxton is in DFS, but I don't think no Nets fans is confident in DFS. Yeah, and I'm trying to think, should we change the narrative because it was only a 28-game sample size and maybe he got more good basketball in him?
Exactly. I think the Nets kind of unfairly judged DFS in that small 28 game stint, and I think he's gonna show up and play better with us this season. Me personally, that's my personal opinion.
Right. No, I agree. I agree.
Now, I get what you're saying about him being next to Claxton and all that, but we still need another big because Claxton has to come off the floor. And this has been another hot topic with Nets fans. Some people feel that Day'Ron Sharpe is ready for the backup center position. Other people like me don't feel like he's ready.
I don't think he's a center. I think he's a power forward. And I think he wants to be a stretch power forward. I know he'd be taking a lot of threes. I seen him in an interview talking about like, yo, I want to take the 3 ball. But again, you know, player development, I don't think they one of their best rebounders in Day'Ron Sharpe taking 3-pointers. We need him in the paint. Like, yo, so even if he could, you know, knock down the 3 ball, it's more important that he's in the paint helping us rebound the ball.
Absolutely. So, I just want him to get better at you know, just catching passes and finishing around the rim, you know, his touch and everything. You know what I mean? If he hits a couple of jumpers and maybe starts hitting threes, that's extra.
Right.
But, you know, as a big man, Day'Ron going to grab rebounds. He's going to be active. He has to chill out on the fouls. We know he can hit his free throws. That's a plus. Yeah. I just want him to be able to, you know, have that touch around the rim. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. Shout to LBL. He goes, DFS and Royce are not good enough offensively to start or play major minutes or on a offensively challenged team like ours. Now,
Hey, Breezy.
right.
He hit it on the head. Listen,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I
Let's slow it
said
down
this
and
to
get into this comment because
right. I said this to some Nets fans on Facebook. They got mad at me because I'm like, yo, I think we should fucking give Jalen Wilson a standard deal. He's
right,
going to be better than Royce O'Neal, hands
right.
down. He just needs the playing time. Mark
Yo,
my
what
words.
up, Cap?
Jalen Wilson needs to be in the rotation. He needs the minutes. He will be better than Royce O'Neal. And they're like, no, why would you trade Royce O'Neal?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
shoots 39% from three, and he grabs 4 or 5 rebounds. I'm like, listen, you guys got to understand. Royce O'Neal is a specialist player. He's a 3-and-D type guy.
Yeah.
He's good to put alongside stars to
right.
stretch
Yo,
the floor and do the
yeah.
dirty work.
Yo,
If you
Jay,
put him on
that's
the team, hold on. If you put
yeah.
him on a team like this,
Amen.
he's not going to be as efficient because
No,
we don't
bro.
have the stars.
Yeah.
Amen.
I hear you, Jay. Yo, I'm with you, Jay. I was just trying to tell you that the comment we was reading, he just pulled up. It's him right here. This cat right here. Yo,
But that's what I was trying to tell.
Yeah, no, I was trying to say I
want
want to hear y'all go back and forth. I'm gonna just kind of kick back while y'all go back and forth about this.
But that's why I
Amen.
was trying to tell some of the Nets fans, and they getting mad because you know how Nets fans is, man. When they get attached to a player and you talk about trading them, they get in their feelings. I'm like, listen, guys, this is about us getting better.
Yeah, I'll be ordered like that. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, but go ahead.
No,
Cap.
but I'm just saying, like Royce and I'm like, dude, how many 3-and-D guys we need? We don't have KD and Kyrie no more.
No, that's valid. That's valid, bro. I just want to hear Cap get into that. Go ahead, Cap, get into your comment. I'm gonna post it again because that was valid. He said DFS and Royce are not good enough offensively to start or play major minutes on an offensively challenged team like ours. And boom, again, we agree with you. Now I just want to hear you expand on that, Brody.
Wait. Before, hold up. My bad. I ain't mean to cut nobody off. What's good?
Yeah, let him talk his shit. Let him get into his shit.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna let him go. Just peace to the panel, man. Peace. What's good with the Breeze? What's good with
what up?
Everybody?
Yeah. Go ahead, Cap. Yo, Cap, you there?
Okay.
Oh man, Cap. We got your comment on the screen, Cap. All right. Go ahead, though. Leave. He'll jump in when he's ready.
Yeah. So what as far as DFS and Royce go, I think DFS is going to be a part to start lineup because he's going to be getting a lot of open looks because like a lot of people going to be playing offense from the three. He probably going to get the most open looks on our team. He a good hustle guy. Royce is a little bit of the same. He was the best defender on Utah, one of the best defenders
on the
Utah.
match.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think those are guys that you keep. Those are great guys. No matter which way you look at it, those are great guys.
Yeah.
And they're gonna help the younger guys, the younger guys like the Derek Whiteheads, and
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I'm asking you too, Jay. Do you feel that we like DFS more than Royce? Like we want to keep DFS more than Royce?
DFS is better.
Okay, so y'all saying it for the DFS is better for the Brooklyn Nets. He a better fit for us.
Yeah, he definitely better.
I gotta hear this shit. Let me hear. I want to hear. Go ahead, Cap. Tell me why, and I'm gonna let go around the room, and then I want to hear. You know what I mean? I'll go last.
DFS is stronger. He's bigger. He could shoot just as well as O'Neal.
Exactly.
So he's a better defender. So and he's a little bit tougher as well. So I think that out of the two, DFS is more wanted by other teams, but Royce can still be wanted. But you cannot have those type of offensively challenged guys. You know, it's different when you have Durant and Kyrie, but when you have us and we're struggling, we struggled after the trade. We struggled. We were like in the bottom third of offensive teams. After the deadline, we were in the lower third. So we cannot afford to have defensive players like O'Neal and DFS who can't really play two-way, who can't really score. We can't afford to have them on the court.
Okay.
No. Well, I would like to counter react that by saying I think we can't not necessarily have them on the court in big minutes. I think I'd add to it, but not necessarily have them on the court and like the meat and potatoes of the game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they really there for like the veteran. I think Royce is really there for veteran leadership. You know, in terms of he you know, we gotta just keep it front, bro. Like he a
He a
grit guy.
professional.
Yeah. He a grit guy. So you know what I'm saying, and that's kind of the character guys that Marks and Joe Side's kind of going after. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a professional guy. He's gonna go about his business, whatever. I think his defense is very great. So DFS hustle game is his ability to win the 50-50 plays. They could spot up and hit the three occasionally. Obviously, they not great shooters, but they could help out. I believe they could help out with the progress of the Whiteheads and the Wilsons, bro, and the Clownies of the world, bro. Like because those are the guys, bro. That those are rookies, but they're gonna need veteran guys to like pull them along and string them along, show them the ropes, show them how to be a professional in this league. And I think Royce O'Neal specifically can help with that.
All right, so
Yeah.
That's what I think.
here's what I
Oh,
want to say. Here's what
yeah.
I want to say in response to that. You're right about Royce and about the professionalism and needing veterans and stuff, but you're also talking about you have to decide whether you want to win or you're just trying to develop, because those two guys, they're luxuries on a team. Like, we can't afford that. We can't afford them because they're not good enough to really play major minutes for us without us losing, So that's what I'm saying. I don't, we can get veterans almost anywhere. You could get veterans and good veterans. And I know, he wants to have good character, good culture type of stuff, establishing the culture again, but you cannot do that and win. See, remember, before when we started off, we weren't winning under Kenny. Remember, we were just playing harder, we were playing
Right.
better and everything.
Right.
Then you can
But yo,
get
Cap,
those
hold
guys.
on. Not to stay on the same page. I just want to ask, just to get to the title. I said the Brooklyn Nets are going to be a top 10 in defense. You guys agree?
Uh,
Yeah, I could see us being a top 10, for instance, top 10
I do not
defense.
agree.
No, well,
No.
you got hold on. Explain that.
Well, look at us right now. We are made we are thinnest at the two major points on the basketball court, at center and at point guard. If you are thin there and questionable, then it's like, how are we going to be this great defensive team? I
But
don't
I
see it.
thought
Can I
like
say
what?
something? Can I rebuttal
Yeah,
that real quick?
go ahead.
I agree with the
Yeah.
center. I agree with the center notion, right? But I do not agree with the point guard notion. We just got Dennis Smith Jr., who is stout on defense. And I know everybody likes to fucking talk down on Ben, but we still got Ben Simmons. And if he comes back a healthy Ben Simmons the way he's supposed to, and he plays like he's supposed to play, I would say we're pretty good at the point guard position, especially with defense. So I don't agree with the point guard notion of that take. But the center position, absolutely. But what does it matter though when we switch everything? So
Exactly.
again,
Well, I would say it matters when we switch everything, because look at our team. I mean, look at the way our team is constructed right now. If we went into the season, even if we kept O'Neal and DFS and we had these guys, we're not a strong defensive team. We have individual defenders like DFS and like you said, Dennis Smith Jr. And Mikel and even Cam Johnson. They're good individually, and of course the twins are good, are good team defenders. But what I'm saying is we don't have and of course Claxton is a
homie,
top
you sitting
five
here naming
center.
all the great defensive players we got, but you still saying we're not going to be a good defensive team. That
You know
doesn't make
why?
sense.
You
I
know
think I
why?
think
Because
he talking about the camaraderie, like
no,
Yeah,
us
but
no,
and
that's
Denver.
going to happen down the line, though. Every team
no.
got to
But what
build
I'm saying
camaraderie.
is, what kills every team that is constructed like us in terms of having certain things is, and Kevin Durant touched on this. I don't know if you noticed in his tweets recently, but he touched on this when someone was talking to him. They were going back and forth about defense wins championships, and this is what I'm saying. We're going to be so stressed offensively that it doesn't matter. We can have 8 of our 12 guys could be defensive guys. But if you cannot score the basket, it puts so much pressure on your defense
Absolutely, but
that
that has
it weakens it. It weakens it. And
but
that's what I'm saying. We
but
can't afford
but
He
the
basically
argument.
saying
Hold
too.
on,
He
hold on, hold on.
basically saying
But
too much defense could
I
basically
agree with
tire us
that,
out.
but that's not. But I agree with that, but that's not the argument. The argument is, will we be a good defensive team? And we were a good defensive team in the second part of the season, and we've improved around the edges defensively, and we're going in with a full summer camp, a full camp, and you guys are and these guys are going to grow together in a full season, and you're saying that the defenses are going to be good. We
I
had a
think
we had
we
a
were
we had a
between
good defense last year when we
but we were
traded Durant and
between
everybody.
yeah, but we were between remember, they put on stats. I just read a stat last week about since the deadline, we dropped to like 23rd defensively. And this is what I'm saying. That's after the deadline. So that's after we have the guys that we got. Yeah, now we have DSJ. But what I'm saying is that's not going to work. Remember, a lot of our stuff, a lot of the stats and everything that is built on us, a lot of stuff is misconstrued because 2/3 of it was with Kevin Durant.
But I think we sitting here and we're grasping at straws because this team is not fully built out yet. It still moves to be made. Like if we're looking, I think it's unfair to judge that. Hold on, I think it's unfair to judge that team last year off of 28 games, and I also think it's unfair to judge the team now when it still moves to be made. Now, I do agree with you that having too many people like Royce and DFS are offensive liabilities. That's why one of them have to go. But I do not agree with you on the notion that we're not going to be a good defensive team when we got a full camp and you know what I mean? We got more defensive pieces and we got more time to grow together. I don't agree with that. I still
All
think
right.
it's
So now, and here's my other argument. Here's my other argument with it is that we switch too much. We over switch, and usually that's the mark. That's the mark of a team that's in trouble. That's trying to hide something. We camouflage stuff. The same thing like in the playoffs, the postseason. We went into the postseason, and teams zone us out, and then we can't even freaking hit. We can't even bust zones with shooters. So
But
what I'm saying is,
I think we could learn from that. And I think coming into this season coming up, I think these are stuff that we gonna look back on and be put our heads together on it, bro. Like especially with
Yeah,
the
yo,
defensive minds, especially
like
with the defensive minds that we have on the sideline, and try to get this thing right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Leaf.
you're gonna get it wrong a thousand times before you go to get it right.
Yeah,
That's
but
all it is, really.
right now, I just want to say to the minus and additions, Lonnie Walker is a better defender than Curry, Mills, and Joe Harris, as far as I know.
he's way better.
definitely.
So
Way
what I'm
better.
saying is that just that upgrade in itself, and him being from that Coach Pop system, he was playing with the Spurs, and
Man.
you know what I'm saying, Jack Vaughn, he got roots from the Spurs as an assistant coach. So I think it's a good look, and I think it's him and Wilson. Wilson a good fit because it's their alumni.
Here's my thing, though. You telling me if we got Dennis Smith Jr., Lonnie Walker, and Ben Simmons coming back, we not going to be good defensively in the backcourt? Come on now.
Ben Simmons, really?
Okay, everybody going to say that. Okay, Ben Simmons really, and then when he start balling out this year, everybody going to be like, man.
I'm not saying nothing against the Ben situation, man. I think that
I heard
topic
that
came
last
up
year.
one too many times.
Yeah,
That topic came up one too many times.
Yeah, but I mean,
to
people
me,
get
bro.
hurt
Like,
though, bro. The man had a back injury.
Yeah, I understand
Do
all
you
of
think
that.
that's
but
what
the
it
thing is,
you think that it was a back injury?
Yes,
whether
I do.
it was a back injury or not a back injury, or whatever the case may be, like the fact of the matter is, as a Brooklyn Net, Ben Simmons is still on trial. You know what I'm saying? So my thing
absolutely. But what I'm saying is you can't just totally write the man off because if he come back and ball, I know it's easy. Ben's an easy target to take jabs at. I get it. But if the man come back and ball this season, a lot of y'all gonna have to shut your mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Look,
Well, I'm gonna say this:
the reason why The reason why the reason why the reason why a lot of people that's still optimistic about him because there's no trade value. That's one. So the thing is, realistically, bro, like we realistically got to get him playing to try to get something off if we don't want him, if we don't like how he's playing.
Absolutely.
Because what I'm trying to say is, for me, even if he regains close to say 80% of the Philly Ben Simmons, I still want to just build up his trade value and trade him. I don't want him on the team.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, listen, we're gonna have to see. Like,
come on.
All of these, everything we talking about, bro. We just speculating right at the moment. Bro.
Exactly.
Right now, I like the direction that we going in terms of building a team, in terms of building a young roster that more looks like what the coach and the coaching staff want. You know what I'm saying? Because
right, so
realistically,
let me
Josh
ask
Vaughn
this
is a defensive coach.
Let me ask this question, right? Because I'm listening, and I brought up, how things were after the trade deadline and stuff, right? Like defensively and stuff, and everyone that says, yeah, okay, it's this sample size, but once they get training and all that, right? But what I'm saying is, now when we look at our best player, Mikal Bridges, right? He averaged almost 27 a game for 27 games. That's a third of the season. Now, coming into this season, is he really a 26 and a half game guy? Is he the guy that we saw over the last 27 games? Or is he something in between that and who he was in Phoenix?
That's something nobody can answer that question. That's time will tell.
Well, it depends. It depends on what we run
I
for.
I can answer. I'm just letting you.
No. I can answer too, but
man, go ahead.
Yeah, no. What I was gonna say is it depends what we run for him. This is where I like Mikal Bridges. I like him coming dribble handoff, coming pin downs, coming off the screen, one dribble pull up. I don't like him with the ball in his hand at the top of the key or in those type of situations. I like him off the ball, quick one dribble pull up or a quick cut to the basket, backdoor cuts, quick corner three. He could score on bunches like that. You know what I'm saying? Like get him moving, get him running, and get him momentum. You know what I'm saying? But if it comes down to like, oh, okay, we don't know who's gonna run the operations at the point, a la Spencer Dinwiddie and everything else, and he's holding the ball. That's where I get tight. If we start running the pace, if we start dictating the pace, like a Dennis Smith Jr. would do, what I think he could do, or what a Ben Simmons could do, if we start dictating the pace, then I like us better when we out and running, because now we got.
Can I make a prediction?
Now we got more athletes, and now we got more size and less liabilities defensively. That's what I think.
Can I make a prediction? Ben Simmons will be playing point guard along Tyler Hero in the backcourt when the season starts. Sometime this season. Mark my words. It's going to happen.
Tyler Hero.
Yes.
I think Hero's on the way here too.
But I ain't with it, man. Slow it down.
I don't think it's with Ben Simmons. I think
slow the car down, man. Slow the car down, man. What are y'all doing, man? Slow the car down. Hold on, man.
Yeah, come on now. We
don't turn up that block, man. Don't turn up. That's the wrong block.
We're going off track right now, man. Like,
you listen, we got 7 guards right now.
I see what he's saying, but I don't see that it would be for Ben. I think Ben Simmons would be in the deal for Hero. Ben Simmons would probably end up in Portland.
Absolutely not. That's already been reported. The Nets said they're not trading Ben Simmons. He was never reported in that trade talk.
Look,
it doesn't take much to get. It doesn't take much to get Hero. Only $17 million. You don't got.
Are we counting on the Nets?
So hold on. Let me ask y'all to his comment, to P Hood's comment. He said Nets have too much defense. They need one more scorer. So we agreed that we don't want Hero to be that next scorer. Like
exactly.
We rather stay with Ben Simmons than make Hero that next scorer. Because I agree with P Hood, but I just don't want it to be Hero.
Bro,
we got enough guards.
It's going to be both of them. Ben is a perfect backcourt mate for somebody like Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. I could agree with that. I could agree with it.
Listen,
I just don't like it over here.
I disagree.
I just don't like it over here.
Listen,
like that's
Tyler Hero fits our timeline. He fits money wise, right? And he fits a need. I'm just saying.
I'll take Hero
He
over
does,
Simmons.
but that's a defensive liability on the court, though.
What
Like,
does it matter when you got 3 or 4 guys around him that can play defense?
I mean, it's not like Tyler Hero is Steph, bro. Like we listen with Steph, it's not a problem, bro. Like you can hide him and then
Bro, nobody is Steph. That's
I understand that, but this is the point I'm trying to make, bro. Like nobody other than the Golden State Warriors has been able to hide Steph defensively and max him out offensively.
brother.
Nobody has been able to do that.
This is the NBA.
Hey,
most players don't play defense, bro.
I get all of that, but the team that we building, and then you add Tyler Hero to that. Now you moving Mikal back to the 3 and telling him, yo, we need you to be the lockdown defender on all the wings and then if you still got enough energy to score. Yo,
but that's
Mikal's
job, bro. That's what we brought him here for.
I understand that, but now that we got other defensive players that can take up that slack, Mikal doesn't have to do that.
How about we look at it this way? If Tyler Hero is here, Mikal don't have to fucking bust his ass to get close to 30 points for us to win. How about that?
Exactly.
No, that's facts. I just don't want it to be Hero because we already got 7 guards.
Exactly.
And I want Cam Thomas to get a chance. All of this shit that happened in the trade offseason, and Cam Thomas ain't no whispers.
Hey,
if
we get Hero, Cam Thomas is going to get moved,
bro. Listen, I put it to you this way: if we get Tyler Hero, then we can't have Cam Thomas.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be a part of the deal. That's going to happen.
Exactly. So my thing is like, okay, is Tyler Hero like if Tyler Hero is the missing piece, and I think he's better against secondary units and bench players. In my personal opinion, he's better on that scale. He's shown that he's better on that scale. Listen, if he could play in crunch time minutes for us as a young
Can I ask y'all a question though? Because we sitting here and as Nets fans, we want to be picky, but please understand the Nets don't have too many options. They are cap strapped. Okay. Unless we go out there and trade the farm and do some crazy shit and get Dame, we don't have many options. We have to take a young player who has upside. That's the same thing we did with Mikal Bridges in the trade. That's the same thing we're going to do with Tyler Hero.
That's too ugly of a contract, and we
I don't
already
want
got
Tyler
an ugly
Hero.
contract.
No, that's not an ugly contract. I'm trying to tell you.
It's not an ugly
it looks
contract.
ugly now, but the fact that he signed for $30 a year for the next 4 years, that's a good contract. It is very tradable. All he got to do is score 20 a game, and then someone will want him over the next 4 years.
No,
if
I'm asking y'all
to go in another direction.
Y'all want Tyler?
Nah, Tyler wasn't on my radar, bro. Like I don't want him. I don't want him for what we saying that we could possibly give up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
I don't want to give up for him. If
I'd give up Ben for him. I give up Ben and 1 pick for him.
Bro, listen, if we giving up Ben
and 1 pick for who?
For Hero.
Ben and 1 pick
That
for
wouldn't
Tyler?
have to do much. It wouldn't take much for the Nets to get Tyler.
I want Cam Thomas to get those minutes, man. I'm not doing that. I got Cam Thomas as 20-point scorer this season.
I mean, listen, look. The Cam Thomas thing, like right now, is kind of like a double-edged sword to me. Realistically,
would y'all take Hero over Cam?
Would I take Hero over Cam right now? Probably as a bench player, probably. Yeah.
A bench player, bro.
Definitely, he's better than
going to
Cam.
start.
Definitely,
Listen, I love Cam Thomas.
Yo, Cam ain't this dude Hero never scored 40-point back-to-back games.
I'm keeping Cam over Hero. I said that.
So I'm keeping Cam over Hero.
Hey, y'all sitting here, you going to bat for a player that JV not even going to play.
No, see, but that's the problem. Because if Cam got as many minutes as Tyler Hero got, I feel like his numbers would be better than Hero. But he just don't get as many minutes, so that's why his shit be looking bad. But when he gets in the game and actually gets to play, I think.
Okay, so if that's the case, then start Cam Thomas then. If that's the case, right?
Yo,
I'm not. Wait.
I'm just saying. If you so high on Cam Thomas, he should start, right?
Bro,
I'm not high on starting Cam Thomas, bro. Like I think Cam Thomas took advantage of opportunities that he had. You know what I'm saying? when
How
he
we
scored.
can't start Cam? We could start Cam at the 2 and
If we
start
start Cam
McHale
at the 2,
3.
nigga,
Why?
we all gonna get fried, bro. I swear to God, we are.
Absolutely,
I
because
agree.
there's more to basketball than scoring 40 points.
No, you're right about
and
that.
I agree with you, but
but-
agree with you. But but I think the difference between there's the difference between Cam and Tyler is really no different. They both proved that they could dominate against second units. They both proved that. You know what I'm saying? Like Cam proved that he could score 40. He could go off for 40 points if he has the touches and the shots. My thing is what Tyler, bro, weaknesses are very glaring. There's a reason why Miami. There's a reason why Miami fell at 8th, and they were struggling to get in the playoffs against Chicago. And mind you, they whole run to the finals. They didn't even have Tyler.
Bro, I hate to break it to you, but Tyler Hero was hurt, bro.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, and that says more about Miami. That says more
but you
about
sitting
Miami
here, you
getting to the
trying to
finals.
downplay Tyler Hero about
Yeah,
Miami's
he didn't get a
deficiencies,
chance.
and the man was hurt.
I understand that, but here's the thing.
You saying he was playing hurt or when he was out?
I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about the dude who just said that. You saying about him being hurt? He was playing hurt.
No, he was out. He was out.
He was out for
but
sure.
They did better with him out.
Exactly. That's what we
saying. With him out, they got to the finals. If he was playing,
bro, they almost missed the damn playoffs. Let's take the finals away, okay?
They almost missed the playoffs. No.
Listen,
hold on, wait.
Listen. Can I just say something?
No, I'm saying you right. They did almost miss the playoffs, but he was playing when they almost missed the playoffs.
No, he was not.
Yeah, he was. He got injured
hurt
against
in
Milwaukee.
The first game of the playoffs.
He got injured against Milwaukee. That's when he got hurt. Remember?
But he wasn't playing like at the end of the season. I don't remember him playing at the end of the regular season.
He was playing at the end of the regular season. Yeah, he was. No, because remember they benched Duncan Robinson, and they was running with him. They was running with him, Strus, Vincent. Caleb Martin wasn't even getting no minutes until the playoffs. That's what happened.
Okay. I give y'all that, but I will agree to disagree on the Tyler Hero notion as far as y'all downplaying him, because here's the thing. You're going to sit here and say, well, he don't play defense. He don't do that. He don't got a good basketball IQ. Well, guess what? Cam Thomas doesn't either.
But I think Cam Thomas got a higher upside than him, a higher ceiling than him.
Ain't no way he got a higher upside.
You're tripping.
Cam Thomas is the youngest player ever to do that.
Here's the thing.
What records Tyler Hero got that he's the youngest?
Whatever way we try to bend this, bro. Like realistically, like tit for tat, we kind of getting the same player. That's we just add more money to it. That's realistically what it is.
I think Tyler Hero's more polished and he's played more because he's played more. And stop saying that like he only played against bench warmers, bro. Because the nigga has started.
No, I'm not saying that he only played. No.
Dominate against second unit.
He only dominated against bench warmers. That's when he was at his best. When he was playing against starters, he was neutralized. That's when his weaknesses started to show, man. So your plan is to bring him over here and start and move McHale back to the 3 when McHale basically is showing you that he can take off as a 2. He basically showing us that he can take off as a 2. He has the ability to do that.
Why would he want him? Why wouldn't you want McHale to play his natural position?
Because I think McHale is proving that he could be just as good as a 2. He's averaging the most at the 2 than he's averaged at the 3. At the 3, he was told to guard everybody.
Yeah, because he's bigger than most 2 guards. That's why. It's like the same thing with KD. When you put KD, hold on, when you put KD at the 3, he's a cheat code.
Right. Talk about it.
True. But
that's his natural position. His natural position is a 3.
But I don't like them trying to make McHale into mini KD because he's not KD.
That's a fact. He's not efficient like KD. He might have the same amount of points, but KD way more efficient, and that's what makes KD KD.
What exactly, Breezy?
What about if Hero's at the 1?
No, absolutely. Hell no. You're not
gonna give it to us like that.
You trying to get us murdered, bro? Like, ain't no way. No, that is fish, bro. If he go at the 1.
I'm taking Dinwiddie over Hero at the 1 any day.
I'm not taking neither one of them at the 1, bro. Like
If you had to pick,
they both bench players to me, bro. As
but
far
if
as
you
I'm
gotta
concerned.
pick, if you had to pick,
Yo, y'all not gonna like this. Y'all not gonna like this. But
if I gotta pick that, bro, I'm quitting, bro. Like that's serious. Bro. I'm taking the season the fuck off.
Listen. I know this is
so
not
if you in
what
the
y'all
park,
want to hear.
if you in the park and you picking niggas, and they the last 2 niggas to pick for your point guard,
I'm out. I'm going home. I'm going home.
I know y'all not listen. I know y'all not gonna like this, but if Ben Simmons is still here when the season starts, he will be playing the 1. It's going to happen.
Well, that's going to be.
I don't know if he's going to be starting the 1 because that's going to be a bad game plan. Because
they need to
with
give
him
up.
and Claxton on the court, you got 2 shooting liabilities.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter
they
if
need
you put.
to give up the ghost.
It really doesn't matter.
Dude is not a point guard.
Though.
Dude is not a point guard.
Oh, who is it? That's my boy. Unpopular opinion.
Yo, this is Kaepernick. I'm saying he is not.
Bro, did you just say Ben Simmons is not a point guard when his
career
his career stats are 16, 8, and 8? The man averaged 8 assists per game for his career.
Listen, if you want to say Ben Simmons is not a point guard, that's fine. But let it be known, coming into this season, the best facilitator on our team, the best passer, and the best playmaker on our team is who? Ben Simmons.
Exactly.
There's nobody else on our roster better than him.
Thank you, bro. And that's why he's going to be starting when the season starts.
I think they'll start him as a forward and just have him bringing up the ball.
Exactly.
But I don't
exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. If he stopped playing like such a punk, if he would go play the 4 and just go, he can pass. And if he could turn around and make a post game, he could pass out of the post. He could make all those same passes because he's 6'10" that he does there. He does not need to be running up the ball, bringing up the ball, and people backing off of him, packing the paint because he can't shoot. That's ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
But the thing is with Ben, right? I get what you're saying. But you got to understand, people were doing that to him when he was in Philly. But you know what? It didn't matter because once that motherfucker get downhill and go to the basket, he's either dunking the ball or you're going to have to foul him to stop him. He's forcing his way to the.
It mattered in crunch time in Philly, though. It mattered. Yeah, when he's running the break, when he's running the break, he's one of the best. But it definitely mattered in the half court game.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, brother. He is a liability. Ben is a liability in the half court set. I agree with that.
And we have to understand. Well, the thing about his in the half court set. The only thing he's really good at is giving the ball up and setting screens for everybody because he's a big body.
Exactly.
The thing we got to remember where he excels at the most.
Terrible in the
but in the half court set, the only thing that makes him look better in the half. The only thing that makes him look better in the half court set is having a multitude of shooters like he had the first year he started going crazy in
Philly.
Yeah.
Back when he had Redick and all of them, right?
Yeah. When they had Redick and all of them,
a lot of stuff. We don't have them guys coming.
All right, we better turn Mikal and Cam into one or else, bro. Like
Ben needs Ben needs shooters on the floor that's going to stretch the floor for him and give him space.
Exactly.
Yo, see, that's why I'm mad he was injured all last year and acting like a bitch because he had the team that was good for him.
Exactly. Because
like
we had
that team was
when him and Joe Harris was on the court, bro, that shit was like poetry. They like as soon as they came off the bench, bro, they could like instant like Joe Harris was having the time of his life. Especially when he got dribble handoff passes from him.
Yo, that team last year was built for Ben Simmons because you had KD and Kyrie doing all the heavy lifting. You had all of the shooters, bad 3-point shooters, and if he would just slash to the rim and pass the ball, we'd have been golden.
But let's acknowledge that he refused to do that. Come on, that there's nothing that epitomizes a lot of Ben Simmons' season more than that play where you could actually hear Kyrie on the court saying, "Yo, shoot it, Ben.
Shoot it, Ben." Yo, I want to
now,
get shirts
he may
printed
not
up
say
that
anything
says
publicly, but you know
that's
he's thinking Ben is a B.
That's a fact.
I'm about to get a shirt that says "Shoot it, Ben." Mad big.
And it's one of the reasons. And I know, buddy, wanted to listen. It's one of the reasons why Ben Simmons is still on trial as a Brooklyn Net. And whether you want to, if you want to say it's because he hasn't been healthy, he hasn't been this, he hasn't been that. Listen, that team last year, as Jay just said, was basically built for him.
This is an unpopular opinion for me. I hate to be the unpopular opinion guy, but listen.
Shout out to my guy NYG22. He do
unpopular. Shout out to Pop
on Tuesdays at 8:30.
Who is that? You got who is that with the Nets logo?
All of you guys, y'all know ball. I can tell y'all know ball by speaking with y'all. You have to understand this. Ben Simmons' game is built off of his athleticism. He is not a finesse player.
True.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
If the man's body is not 100%, he will not be able to perform the way at a high level. Can we all agree with that?
Yes. Or if the confidence is not.
Well, it depends. It depends.
No,
it depends.
I feel like he's right.
At 85%, bro, I'm pretty sure you can hit the court and be effective with Kyrie and Kevin Durant, bro.
But this is what I'm saying.
The man back
we got what we got last year. We got what we got last year.
If your back is hurt, then go on injured reserve.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Maybe he wanted to go out there and try to toughen it out and play through it. I don't know what the mindset of the Brooklyn Nets and Ben Simmons was. But what I do know is Ben Simmons is not a finesse player. He's not KD. He can't get by off his finesse. He can't get by off his shooting. His game is total balls to the wall, fucking athleticism. And if his back is not 100%, he's not going to have his athleticism.
Then he should shut it down.
I understand that, but I think, I think he a good enough passer to offset some of that. And with the team that we had last year, and the team that he was assembled with when he got here, bro, I thought at least some of his playmaking and his natural passing ability could have offsetted some of that, and he could have been more of a decoy and more of something at the back. Like, listen, I understand the back injuries, man. Dwight had it, bro. Like, the Dwight situation was a little bit different because he was looked at as to do most of the heavy lifting at the center position because that's what that was being done at.
Absolutely.
The time, But I think with Ben Simmons playing with Kevin Durant and Kyrie, I think me personally, bro, we talking about like just as good as a passer as James Harden and a facilitator and better defense. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
true, bro. But in order for him to be
let's not leave something out of it. Also, it is definitely demoralizing to a team when he gets fouled and he can't hit 50% of his free throws. You can't have someone like that controlling the ball.
That is true.
He can't control the ball. You can't. All they're gonna do is foul him.
That's true. I can honestly say that's true. But and I think once your athletic abilities start to fade, you start to find ways to be on the court. I think
Did you ever hear Michael Brooklyn Nets fan? If you're a longtime Brooklyn Nets fan, it's not like we haven't seen this before. Jason Kidd couldn't shoot. He used to be called Asen Kidd because he didn't have a J.
I do remember that.
I do remember that. Yeah.
But he still did shoot. And that's the biggest difference. That's inside.
That's the thing about Ben.
To do with health. That don't have nothing to do with health. That's something to do with the inside.
No, I agree with that, brother. I agree.
Bro, if Ben
listen. Can I just say something real quick? I agree with Ben. Has to have that. He has to have that. Confidence to shoot the ball. He has to have that. He has to want to shoot the ball. I agree with that. What I'm saying is, based off of Ben to be like the best Ben he can be, his whole game is based around his athleticism. So y'all want him to go out there and go balls to the wall and distribute the ball, but if he can't do that, he's restricted because of his back, then it is what it is. Like, he can't do it. Now, if you listen to Michael Porter Jr., have y'all listened to Michael Porter Jr.? Because he had the same back surgery, and he talked about Ben Simmons. He says that shit takes a while to come back.
Yeah, I was telling people that all last year, but at the same time, I kind of didn't want him on the floor if he wasn't healthy.
I agree with that.
Nah, facts. I'm with you. I think all that.
So basically, to sum it up, we basically gonna have Ben Simmons until the end of his contract, and then he gonna bowl out his contract year and go get paid with somebody else. That's what I'm hearing.
And that's okay, because you know what? I don't want to spend $40 million on him.
I don't
But
want to
here's
trade a pick to get him out of here.
that's a good point too. Ain't this
I
his
don't want
contract year?
No, he got 2 more
Not
years
next
to
He
get
got
paid.
2 years,
Okay, he got 2 more years. Okay, copy.
37 and 40.
Yeah. So my thing is like, yo, it's nothing we could dump. It's nothing that we could dump off to get him for like a reason, like somebody that's gonna help us reasonably. Listen, in terms of facilitators, man, listen, he the best facilitator we got, and
Hey,
probably the best
we stuck with
facilitator
the
we're gonna.
nigga, man. As much as Nets fans hate him, we stuck with him, and you just gotta hope he comes back to at least build his value up. We stuck with him. You gotta hope the best for Ben, even if you don't like him, because it's going to help
Well,
the Nets out in the long run.
I
Well,
think
listen,
that
I
he
think we
still
need to
could
go to
go.
Plan B and go get rid of Dinwiddie, man. Like, and try to get a fucking facilitator on the team or
I
something,
think he
bro.
could still go. I think he could still go in this big Dame deal. You know,
They're
because
not
they
trading.
really want Dame in Miami, and then you know,
Dame want to be in Miami, bro, but it can't
exactly.
happen because no. The thing is,
Trading
Portland.
Dinwiddie would be mad
But you
Oh,
disrespectful.
know,
y'all
there's
did.
No.
there's
But
Listen,
The
we
pro,
all
nah,
agree with
the
that too.
problem
We all
is,
you
agreed
know
that he
there's a
should be
big
in Miami. That's
yo, bro. Listen, what you saying? You saying that Ben don't got no trade value, but you saying we gonna trade him in the Dame deal? Like,
I never, I'm not
If they
jacking that,
do that, it's going to take three, 4
I'm not,
picks.
I'm not
nah,
jacking
but
any
still.
I'm not jacking any Ben Simmons deal. Here's the thing that any deal that was going to get made was going to be with Dame, but the problem is Portland is not budget. They not bending over for anything. They want a haul. They like, nah, fuck. They like, all right, Dame, we ain't got to trade you. Yo, you want to go to Miami? Okay, we're gonna see what the best deal for it. We
you
don't
know
like
what
it.
it
Hey,
is
fuck.
though.
Yeah.
Portland wants
one of our picks.
Adebayo, but Miami will never let him go. They want Adebayo. That's
Yeah,
what they
and
really
then
want.
they like, all right, we don't get out of bio. Okay, fuck you. We out.
They
Well,
Like,
you
want
know,
Adebayo and picks, but Miami wants to put Adebayo, Dame, and Butler together. So that's not going to
yeah,
keep
yeah,
but
moving.
listen,
exactly.
but check this out. What I heard recently, I think I was just reading this. What's his name? Amin El Hassad, right? He went on someone's show and he said, really, all this junk with Woj and all that, because he's kind of like me, like a Woj hater. But he said the deal is already done. Everybody's just sitting back and waiting. And he said the only reason why we keep hearing about, it's not being done and every day is because of the news cycle. Because they have to keep it in the news and they have to keep. He said Woj is sitting on this. The deal is already done. Dame is in Miami. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. It's over. I don't know all the particulars, but he said the deal is already done, and I kind of tend to believe that because it's like whoever these teams are, certain teams, like when it's the Lakers, when it's the Heat, they get basically whoever they want. The Celtics, they get whoever they want, and the NBA office is like, okay, that's good. As long as Chris Paul can't go play with Kobe in LA, we're good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I say Dame don't get traded to the
Nah,
trade deadline,
that
just
was
like
a
KP.
circumstance. I know what happened with that, bro. That was a circumstance where the league had got control over the New Orleans Pelicans or
Sure.
whatever they was
Dame
at
gonna
the
get
time.
traded during the
But
season.
they ended up with AD in the long haul, man. So like
Yeah.
it didn't work out too
That
bad.
was
It
the
just
most cop blocking and shit I ever saw that happen to CP3 to the Lakers. Real shit.
here's the thing. That was the first time the Lakers was ever told no by the league. That was
And,
the
and
first
only
time.
because David Stern was playing active GM or owner or some shit for the Pelicans.
But and the thing is, David Stern, like listen, David Stern, he is pro Lakers for everybody that don't know. The thing is, had he made that trade and fell it through, it would have been too obvious. It would have been too obvious that he was trying to help the Lakers, so he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So they was just like, all right, yo. And then Lakers fans got tight for the last decade and shit. And then they celebrated the damn bubble, the NIT Invitational ring. And then that was it. You know what I'm saying? So like, they ain't no reason to be tight about it. I mean, Kobe in the next couple of years had that Achilles thing, bro. Like, and that was basically the end. You know, it was what it was, bro. Like, so ain't no reason to be tight about it. That
So
was the first time ever the Lakers
right,
was told no by the
right,
league, bro. And
exactly.
they
Those
had to be,
motherfuckers, and that's why they
and
fans
they
act the
had
way
to be
they act.
told no because it was going to
It's
be too
along those
obvious.
lines. Since Amin El Hassan had said that, it's around those lines that I'm saying I'm tending to leaning toward what he said. I think Dame is definitely in Miami. I could see him wearing a black Miami hat right now. He's there.
Absolutely.
It's
I
gonna
think they need
happen. You
they
can't.
need a third
There's
team
nothing
to
you can do.
facilitate, and I keep hearing the Brooklyn Nets or the Spurs. I'm just
Right, he
telling
ain't
y'all.
And what
no.
I'm saying is, if we could get Ben off the books, Tyler Hero in, and all we're giving up is one pick, I will go with that.
Bruh, I don't want us giving up no picks. I
Ben
barely
doesn't
want
have
us
any
getting.
trade value, bro.
Yo,
I understand
Yeah,
that,
you
but
have
I
to
don't
give
want
up
us.
a pick.
But the thing is, as a third team deal, bro, like I think Ben and listen, Ben and Dinwiddie, they could get the fuck on realistically, bro. Like I like that's how I feel about it. But listen, I don't need no picks in this. We just got picks back. Like I'm not doing this whole let's give up picks and we just got 3 picks out of the
Yeah, we need
draft and got
pieces.
picks
You
back.
got
We
to
don't.
give
We
up a
need all
pick
our
to
picks,
get
bro.
off
If
of
we're gonna
Ben.
go younger,
How
I
old
don't
is
need us
Ben?
giving up. You said
Bro,
what?
it's gonna take more than one pick to get off of Ben. Nobody want Ben.
Yo, that's what
Well,
I'm
not.
saying. That's
It
why you
depends
don't
on.
trade him.
It
He got to
depends
do something
on.
good.
It depends on what's going on. Like, because if we're
Brother,
giving
we
that
are
pick,
stuck with Ben Simmons. We just have to hope he turn it around and play himself into some type of value. That's it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Listen, we keep coming back to square one and with this stuck with Ben Simmons shit. I knew that since last year, and I knew
Like
that since
I don't want to
I knew that
package
since the
no
trade
picks
went
for this
down for
nigga.
James Harden.
Because look,
That's why I was tight about it.
imagine when you package the picks for him, and then he goes somewhere and ball out, and the picks that you trade turn into some valuable player in the future. Now you a double dickhead.
hey, that's life.
Big facts.
Don't remember one thing. You know who we got instead of Dame, right?
Who?
We got Crash, Gerald Wallace. That was the pick. Dame was the 6th pick. We because
That's why we should
we
not be
wanted to
repeating these
satisfy
things. We done
Darren
missed out
Williams.
on Dame,
Thing,
Jason Tatum, motherfucking Jalen Brown. We got to stop doing that.
right. Another thing, we don't own our own picks, so we can't sit back and say, "Oh, we just going to take picks back and we're going to take mid players." Like we need to compete.
Exactly.
Well,
We
I
don't own
think
none of them
if
picks,
we could
man,
get
which is a more
another
reason why
first
we got to
rounder,
keep them shits.
if we could get another first rounder for DFS or for Royce, and then we turn that around, because I don't care if you could give up both of them guys for picks, take those 2 picks and Ben Simmons and get somebody. I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
but hold on. I just want to ask y'all real quick because we got Cam Johnson on a contract pause or whatnot, right? But do you think he's going to be a better shot creator this season? As in, I give me the ball, put it on ISO.
I think he has to score better off the ball and off the catches
I
and
think
resets.
I
I
think
think
he's
he
going to
got to
be
score
better.
better off of one dribble,
I think
coming off of curls, one dribble, a boom. Listen, the ball in his hand and the ball of Spencer Dinwiddie hand for more than 3 seconds, bro. I don't like that shit. I don't like our fucking offense.
All right, so
I
you
I
want to see
think
him come
Cam
off
is
of the
gonna
pick and
do
roll
what
or
he
the
did.
Yeah, I want to see him come off catch and goes, bro. Like give and goes, get him open in the mid range, double screen, pin down. Okay, you watching the other shooter, you playing too off of him. He's open, boom. He could come off the catch, take one dribble, hit the shit. Run the
I
same shit
think
with him. Run as you run it with Mikal.
I
One
think the
one
Cam
dribble,
Johnson.
come off the screen, shot.
I
I want
think
to
the
see
Cam
quick.
Johnson that you saw in the
I
postseason.
hear you, Leaf. I'm with
I
that.
think the Cam Johnson you saw in the postseason is who you're going to see for the regular season. About 18 a game, about, becoming more creative and still giving us good D. I think he's a solid player, 18 a game. That's what I think.
I agree with you, but I think he's going to score 20 plus. I think he's going to be a 20-point scorer per game. Cam Johnson is a fucking dog, okay? And the kid
If
wants to
he's
get
scoring
better.
20 plus points for us, bro,
I
like
think he's going to
we
score
top
20.
5 in the East.
I
For
think he's
sure.
going to be around the 20-point range with us. He's going to improve this year. That's my take.
And shit, if he do that, then that means we top 5 in the East for sure.
But
Like,
I'm suspicious about Cam Johnson scoring 26 again. I'm not Cam Johnson, Mikal.
Mikal. Nah, I'm not suspicious about that. I think he has an advantage, and he's starting to figure out his advantage. His advantage is playing off the ball, playing off the catch, man, and getting a little bit downhill, taking advantage of his downhill opportunities. A lot of cuts, a lot of dribble handoffs, a lot of motion offense. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna live off that. You know
Can I criticize Mikal Bridges real quick? And everybody loves him. I love him too. These are a couple of things that I want to see him improve on, though. His playmaking has to get better, his decision making. And he also, when the game is on the line, stop shying away from the fucking moment. You see Dinwiddie over there or whoever dribbling the ball, go get the fucking ball and close the game out. It seems like last season he was just like when we were in tight games at the end of the fourth quarter, he ain't want to fucking go get the ball. I mean, if you got that dog in you, you're gonna be our number one, you're gonna be our closer, or you're not. Because everybody wants to say, oh, Mikal is our number one. We're going to build around Mikal. But then you're telling us that you want to go get Dame and go get this person. And I'm like, well, if Dame or somebody like that comes to Brooklyn, then it's not Mikal's team anymore. So how are you building around him? So is he a real number one? Or
Not
is
to
he
me.
a 1B? Because real number ones
He's a
close
1B.
games. You know what I'm saying?
He's a 1B. He's not a real number one. They trying to make him into a number one only because he came here and tried to prove like he was number one just because he's trying to fit in KD's shoes. His favorite player is KD. But he ain't KD.
Well, listen. I will say this, man. For a team that switched out 4 starters, bro, for a team that switched out 4 starters, for us to not fall in the play-in, bro, like I think we did pretty okay.
I did
Bro,
too.
like,
I do too. I do
you
too.
know what I'm saying? I think Mikal did pretty okay by up in the scoring average, up to 26, 27 a game. But I think, listen, this is where I like him. I like him in mostly motion offense, one dribble. If you got to take more than 1, 2, if you got to take more than 3, man, I'm not happy with the shot. I'm not happy with the shot selection. If he get a lot of mismatches coming off the screens and playing off the ball, I like it, man. Like, and
I don't know how y'all said we was pretty okay because we was trash at the end of that season, bro. It was a lot of adversity. I get it, but we was trash,
but based on the standards,
back to the Cavs.
But Jay, based on it,
they wanted to play us. They was on some picking on us shit.
Jay, based on the standards of the roster that we had constructed, we had 4 new starters.
We did.
Come on. Like, what was we really supposed to do?
Right.
What was we really supposed to do?
We didn't have to do that. We chose that as a team.
I understand that, but for the players, like I'm talking from the players' standpoint, like the players that we had assembled in that new new team after we got that did.
We lost to the Knicks by like 40.
I understand
that was crazy.
But
we ain't had no chemistry. But I just wanted to in contrast, I think we're a team that's not looking to have dominant scorers. I don't think that's our approach.
We're looking to have like a balanced offense and a high octane defense. That's what we're looking to have.
There you go. And what I'm getting at is the roster that the Nuggets had. You got points from Bruce Brown, you got points from KCP. You feel what I'm saying? You got points from Aaron Gordon. You know, these players are not
balanced scoring.
Right. That being said, I think the direction for the Brooklyn Nets is a more balanced scoring. Having 2 players dominate the scoring and then other players. You know what I mean? I think
I don't think you can compare.
Put it like this too. Look, and this is where the success in the Brooklyn Nets. And tell me if y'all agree or don't. I think we're gonna be top 10 in assists, and we're gonna be top 10 in defense. I think that's what I'm getting at.
I told you before.
I give us top 15 in both of those categories.
Look, those 2 stats.
Just to be nice.
I watched the video before, and it was talking about the Spurs and the Golden State Warriors when they was winning, and it's always those 2 stats that they have: top 10 in defense and top 10 in assists. And if you could do that, that helps make a championship team.
I give us top 15 to start in those categories.
But listen, let me say this: how many titles do the Spurs have without Tim Duncan?
0.
Exactly. And so what I'm saying is, it's hard to compare yourself when you have a generational player like that. We don't have that. So let's stop.
We damn sure don't got nobody.
And the same thing with Nikola Jokic. You know, we don't.
We damn sure don't got nobody close to Nikola, and
we can't compare ourselves.
If we trying to build the 2004 Pistons again, we talking about a damn good defensive team,
right?
And damn good ball movement, bro.
Well, even the 2003, 2004 Nets, the kids Nets, because have you watched the Nets social media? They post a lot about that team and restoring that type of feeling.
Right, that's a fact.
Well, one of the
That
things.
is a fact.
What's one of the?
That's why they not.
I
What's
seen
one of the
somebody with a Vince
characteristics-
Carter jersey the other day,
What's-
Vince Carter
what's-
New Jersey Nets jersey, number 15.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
But
lie. I
you
was
see-
a
and you
big
see,
Vince fan when he got over here.
I'm glad that you mentioned. I'm glad that you mentioned Carter, because one of my beefs sometimes when I'm in the block or whatever, one of my biggest beefs with fans is that Carter era wasn't better than the Kenyon Martin era.
No, it wasn't. No.
And what I'm saying is, when
Oh,
you really
absolutely
look
not.
at- when you really
Individually,
look
it
at the
was, bro,
Nets,
but not as a team, no.
Yeah,
when
but
you
the
really
Kenyon
look at
Martin era had Kid and everybody in it, though, and RJ.
No, what I'm saying, no, it's two different eras. Even though Kid is and RJ are in both, it's two
The
different
Kenyon
eras.
Martin era, we was Eastern Conference contenders.
Two-time Eastern Conference champs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And still contenders during that
And
time,
still,
even when the Pistons
won another divisional
yeah,
title.
even when the Pistons was coming up, and like when the Pistons was coming up, they had to get through J Kidd during that time. 'Cause J Kidd was killing.
Exactly. So
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. But if I look at characteristics, if you're trying to compare us, that you want to build a team like that, one of the characteristics that we had that was elite was we had three of the fastest players at their position playing. We had Jason Kidd, we had Kerry Kittles, and we had Kenyon Martin. Now I'm saying 94 feet, no one else at their position could match them in speed. So
Absolutely.
that led to a lot of easy breaks. No matter, forget about that. All three of those guys are elite defenders,
Right.
but they also are not elite defenders without being able to score. Kittles was the all-time Big East scorer. You know what I'm saying? He played under control with the Nets, but he could score. And that's what I'm saying. Jason Kidd was not a shooter, but he could score when he needed to. When we needed a 35-point game from him, he could do it. Kenyon was doing what he did. The ferocity.
Defensively, I think Kenyon Martin was the difference maker, bro. Yeah,
Definitely. And what I'm saying is, so when you're talking about the characteristics, is that characteristic, and another characteristic that stands out to me is that they had a lot of heart.
That's true, but
when you look
okay,
at
like
when you
with
look
that
at
being
RJ,
said,
when
with
you
that
look
being
at
said, go ahead, go ahead.
now I was gonna say, when you look at RJ, you look at Twin, they wasn't scared of anybody. You know what I'm saying? We just were overmatched with the Lakers. But remember,
man,
even
if
when
the
we
Lakers
lost,
ain't have Shaq, we would have won, bro.
and remember, we had, what I'm saying is, with the San Antonio, we
The
won
San
2
Antonio
games.
series, that shit came down to it came down to
Jason
one
Kidd
game.
got outplayed by Tony Parker.
By Tony Parker.
But what I'm saying is, so if you want to build a team and you're saying, yeah, we're going to be top 10 defensively, we're going to be top 10 in assists, and I don't know. For me, I just don't like this offense. I don't know how it's going to get better, but
I don't
just
like the
looks
offense neither.
It looks
but
like
I like it if we speed up. If we got somebody to push the damn pace, I like that, and get us easy buckets and get downhill.
Doc Vaughn want to shoot 53 a game.
I understand that, but like we gotta have somebody that could get the rock downhill and get everybody running to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I
don't like Dennis Smith Jr.
I know he's not gonna. I know the Nets aren't gonna do this.
Notorious like Dennis Smith Jr. Man. So how many of y'all like did for that downhill play?
I would give DSJ a shot at starting. You know, I'm saying I would say to start nothing. All the jobs got to be won in camp, and that's what I would do it. Because Dinwiddie, we don't owe him nothing.
Damn sure don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yo,
do not, Jay. We owe him a foot in the ass and a
I ain't
body
gonna lie,
there.
bro. If they trade that man in this offseason, that would be one of the most disrespectful things this organization.
Why, bro? Like he's not the lead guard for us.
Trade him for Kyle Kuzma. That'll make it hurt even more.
Exactly. Yep.
They gave Joe Harris his money in the first place and then traded him to bring him back and then kick him off the team again after making a big grand thing about him coming home and being back in Brooklyn and this, that, and then to trade him right in the offseason after you make one mistake.
No, bruh. The problem is, bruh, we seen all that we need to see. He's not a lead guard in this league.
He's a
He
six
plays better.
man.
He plays better when he's playing off of other league guards, bro.
Yo,
Like with guards better
y'all
than him.
shitting on my man Dinwiddie too hard. Like
I'm
he
not
like
shitting on him,
because
bro.
I
This
remember
is just the
Dinwiddie winning.
truth.
Hold on, I remember Dinwiddie winning the Nets a lot of fucking games. A
Yeah,
lot of games before
as
the
the
stars
off
came here.
guard,
And I
as the off
remember him.
guard.
And I remember him also costing us a lot of games because
That's true. That's true. I'm not sitting here saying
Levert or D'Angelo would be cooking, and then the coach would say, "Nah, y'all not playing in the fourth quarter. I'm playing my son, Dinwiddie."
yeah, but that's not his fault. Blame
No,
Kenny.
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, it's not his fault, but he didn't win it. He didn't justify
let's
it.
keep it a buck though. Out of that whole team, right, the Kenny Nets, and some of y'all gonna hate me for this, but I think a lot of Nets fans overvalue D'Lo. We overvalue Karis LeVert. What is Karis LeVert doing now? My point exactly.
Karis just got the bag. Hold it down. They just said, "Nah, we gonna keep you, Brody."
Bro,
Like,
they didn't give him. Didn't he get less money than what he originally got? His first contract?
I'm not sure.
That says a lot. He didn't go up in money.
You see what with LeVert? You see what with LeVert? To me,
Bro, LeVert is mid.
No, I'm saying LeVert is on Cleveland, right? He re-signed with Cleveland, right? And what is he doing? Is he expecting to start? No, he's gonna be like the sixth man, scoring off the bench. That's what Dinwiddie should be.
Yeah, I agree with you, but Dinwiddie's not trash though. I mean, y'all talk about the nigga like he's straight ass. He's just not a starter in the league, but he still could be a very efficient six man.
All I'm saying, it would be very disrespectful to trade him right now without giving him another shot. After getting him back, after giving Joe Harris his money and watching Joe Harris be trash.
Exactly. We gave Joe Harris $75 million. The nigga that ain't got no heart.
Yeah, we did, but we got him. We got that money off for basically a pick, bro. Like, and we did okay. So
yeah, but we also had to wait to the end of his contract almost to do it.
Yo,
well, I agree with you, but now it's time to let go. Now it's time to let go of Dinwiddie too, bro.
Okay, I agree, but listen, what I'm saying.
Would y'all rather have Joe Harris or fucking Dinwiddie on that?
I would rather have Dinwiddie.
I already told you, I'm walking out the park, bro.
Dinwiddie would have helped us in that series once Kyrie went down.
I'm walking.
Can I answer your question real quick? Can Joe Harris be a six man off the bench and carry the offense?
Can carry the offense, not without a facilitator, no.
No, but Joe Harris, what I'm trying to tell you is, Spencer Dinwiddie does more things. He has more of a skill set as a basketball player than Joe Harris. Joe Harris is a three-point specialist.
I understand that, but for the roles that we had him in, no, bro. Like, get them niggas about.
No, I agree, but he asked me if would I rather Dinwiddie or Joe Harris, and I'm telling you, I would rather Dinwiddie because he has more of a skill set. Joe Harris is just a three-point specialist.
I understand. I get you on that. But as far as our team goes, bro, I'm walking out the goddamn park and they the last two niggas there, bro.
I agree with you. And this comes to my point. That team with Kenny, right? That let's keep it a buck. It was a lot of mid. Karis LeVert, D'Lo. What did D'Lo do? Stink it up in the playoffs.
Yeah, D'Lo closed games for us, bro.
Hold on. Let me cook real quick. Let me cook. What did D'Lo do? Stink it up in the playoffs. What did Jared Allen do in the playoffs? Oh, the lights were too bright. Stink it up.
Karis didn't stink it up. Karis didn't stink it up.
Karis did okay. He's mid, though.
He scored 20 in 2 of the 4 games.
I mean, Karis tried when he was with us. The thing is,
he said Karis tried.
Remember, Karis had that injury. That's how D'Lo got the All-Star nod that he got, because he started to take over games.
Right, I agree with you, but I'm not agreeing with none of that. I just think we overvalue that team as Nets fans. Like, those guys were average, a little above average basketball players.
I agree with you.
They overachieved. Yes, they overachieved. They overachieved, definitely. But here's the thing.
We always overvalue people.
The thing about a young team like that, was supposed to go to one thing: development. That's what Kenny did for us. Kenny, that's all he did, bro. But he was supposed to develop the young
absolutely.
Guys, and it turned out to get us a playoff win, which we ain't had since we played Milwaukee.
I loved it, but what I'm trying to tell you is, when you look at that team, none of those players were special, bro. None of them. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I didn't love the team.
None of them were special. They were definitely underachievers. The players that we got now are a little bit better. Let's add for Mikal and Cam Johnson, Claxton is the top 5. Probably got ripped off for all defensive nod. Listen, whatever the case may be, but listen, as far as that time frame go, we
Right.
gotta remember.
Yeah, it was a development time. I get it.
Yeah, it was a
Let's
development
get off
time.
of that though. Let's get off them old niggas. Let's talk about what we got now. I want to take it to Claxton. What the fuck does Claxton need to improve on this season?
I mean, he got a couple of videos of him shooting, bro. Like, I mean,
Free throw shooting.
every year he adds something to his game, bro. Like listen, he started to put the ball on the floor a little bit more and do the dribble handoff drives and everything. Like, get that started to get his hands in the passing lane, bro.
Right.
Listen, as far as the defensive metrics, bro, he top 5, top 10 in almost everything across the board.
I agree with that, but a lot of Nets fans act like Claxton don't got deficiencies. He has quite a few.
He has deficiencies,
Free
but
throws.
like he's gotten better. I think everything
That being one.
everything that we doing as far as like offset, like trying to go for the gusto with the teams that we had, and then everything that we did after them is all about a development
I agree.
stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we can't sit there and say that and then act like he's untouchable when a trade comes. Because I remember it was a rumor out there that we were trying to move Claxton for Pascal Siakam, and a bunch of Net fans are to oh my God, how could you do that? I mean, this is Nick Claxton. He's a top 5 defender. And here's my thing. But then you sit here and say he's still developing and he has deficiencies. The thing is, and then another thing with Nick Claxton, we always talk about, we got to put a certain type of player next to Nick Claxton because he has these deficiencies. It's like we always want to clean up shit for him.
Here's the
but
thing.
you just said the same thing. You just said the same thing about Ben Simmons.
Here's the thing about Claxton, and even other situations. Trading Nicholas Claxton straight for a Pascal Siakam straight. That makes us okay. That makes us better, a little bit better at one thing, and then it did obsolete.
That makes us better on both ends of the floor.
Yeah. But I understand that makes us better at one thing and obsolete us at another thing. Now the thing about him going to the 4, we saying that based on his frame. Like the thing, like his skill set is basically 5. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of rim run, get the lobs, and block shots, help out on defense, that type of thing. You know, like where he's frail at, he's also very speedy at too. He's quicker. He's quicker to the ball, quicker to passing lanes, quicker to the shot blocking, all of that stuff. So
yeah, I mean, he's good on perimeter defense because he's long and athletic and good feet for a big to be able to keep with guards. But he's gonna get tore up in the fucking interior because he's thin as fuck. And he's
listen, everybody. Listen,
but now, is that his fault that he's thin, or is that a team thing that they have
both?
never?
It's both of them.
They have
look. Can I answer the question? It's both of them because you know why? As a team, we should be guiding him, but as a player, he should know what deficiencies he needs to improve.
No, I understand that, but here's the thing: as far as us getting tore up in the paint, here's the thing: even when we played Philly, Joel wasn't going off in the paint that much. The thing is that he was taken out of the paint because they spreaded the floor, and James Harden was going off on our guards. That's what had happened, bro. The thing is, when he's in the paint, he is packing shit. That's the thing. That's the reality of it. When Claxton is in the paint, and I don't care who is down there, he is packing shit. Ain't nobody in this game. Ain't nobody in this game Shaq. Ain't nobody in this game thugging like that, bro.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what
yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
But because of that dumb switching defense we have.
Yeah, we had to switch the defense and we gave up the threes. I understand that.
We play too often undersized. We cannot have a guy Joe Harris's size trying to guard Tobias Harris.
Right. Yeah, because they pulled
here's
the big.
Thing. We don't have that no more. We don't have no more liabilities on defense. We got athletic guys.
They pull Claxton out of the paint with the switching, and that hurts us on rebounding and interior defense.
It does.
I agree with that. My thing with Claxton, I like him. I like Claxton because he's competitive and he has dog in him, and I can see it. But my thing with him is I want him to develop. Can I just say something real quick, guys? I want him to develop an offensive game. Claxton, please get a little mid-range something, and please work on your free throws, brother. You have to be able to score more than one way than rather fucking rim running and dunking and getting alley-oops and layups. You got to.
Now, here's the thing. Remember what we just said?
He did way better.
Someone just mentioned you can't play, Ben and Claxton together, right?
Yeah, you can't.
But really, you can't really play Ben. I mean, you can't really play Claxton and DFS together. If that's your two
No, I
bigs in
don't
your
agree
front
with that.
court,
Nah, I
DFS
don't
can
agree
hit the
with that.
three. How?
DFS is going to spread the floor because he's going to get
Exactly.
more open looks.
he's
Nobody's going to
also
guard
too
him because they
small
don't
though.
think he could shoot. Like, no. Here's the thing. DFS is another rebounder too, bro. Like, he's basically Sean Marion with a better looking shot. That's all it really is, bro. Like, that's
Don't disrespect Sean Marion like
no,
that.
no,
He's
no.
a
Okay,
I'm not
can I
multiple-time
say something?
disrespecting
All-Star.
Sean
So
Marion, bro. Like, listen, he's basically a watered down Sean Marion, bro. Like, that's
I
really what
disagree
he
with
is.
that. I agree with this brother. I disagree with that notion because, like he said, DFS can stretch the floor. So what's that's going to do on the offensive side? That's going to bring the big out.
Yeah, that's
Either
gonna
bring
bring
the
the big
big
out.
out
Yeah,
and open up the floor, right?
and he can rebound, and DFS can
Right,
rebound.
and he can help Claxton on the other side of the
Yeah.
defensive side with his size and
Yes.
rebounding and defense, interior
Yeah.
defense.
So
So
DFS is not bad. It's not what I'm
yeah,
worried about. What I'm worried about is who's going to be starting one and what we're going to be getting from him. That's the only position that I'm worried about. I'm not, and Ben Simmons is basically off the table because we need to bring him along gingerly off the bench with that back injury that he
So
had, bro. Like, and then have him work with the second unit and have him work with the other guys and get them in easy scoring opportunities like he was doing with Joe Harris and Seth Curry and
but
getting
hold
them
on, Leaf.
opportunities.
What's your starting five look like? I just want to ask Jay. I
My
want to ask
starting five
Notorious.
look
Everybody.
like listen.
What's your starting five look like?
My starting five listen. Everybody except for Dinwiddie. Everybody except for Dinwiddie. Get him the hell out. Give me DSJ in there, bro. Give him a shot. Because here's the thing: we need to get more downhill, and we need to be more speedy. Our half court offense is shit. It's big time shit. Unless we running pick and curls all day for Mikal and doing driving kicks for Cam Johnson, and we spread the floor. Our half court offense is really shit. So we need to get out running more because we got younger legs, we got younger bodies, and we need to get out running more and try to get easier opportunities. And I think DSJ is going to help with that because he's a downhill point guard and he's better
That's
defensively.
facts. Yo, you know I'm with you. With
yeah,
that,
but he
bro.
can't shoot worth a shit. But
This is why he need to get downhill. Get the rebound, get the fuck downhill, go get that layup, go get that dunk. If you ain't got a driving kick, simple.
I think I agree with you.
Like DSJ for our team. I'm listening to y'all. I think he's gonna be dope for the Brooklyn Nets. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, he's going to be a great piece for us, and that's why all those reasons me and homie explained why we like DFS is the reason I would rather keep DFS over Royce.
We appreciate you, Kat.
So but I can't say my starting five because the one position, oh my God, that is just too much of a question mark for us. Like, like we don't know if they're going to try the Ben thing and how he's going to be. We don't know if they're going to put Dinwiddie back in there and he's going to stink it up. We don't know what to expect from Dennis Smith Jr.
Listen, I'm telling y'all what it is. Ben off the bench with Dinwiddie and with all the other with Royce and everybody off the bench is perfect because that's basic. Listen, you run that second unit with Ben, Dinwiddie, Royce, and all of them off the bench against other second units, bro. That means we could break out to we could break the games wide open just off the strength of Ben.
Yeah, it's like a bunch. It's like
up.
a bunch of ringers playing against second
and that's
players.
perfect. But because that's perfect because run with that. I'm telling you, run with that lineup. I guarantee you, bro. Like our bench will be able to blow the games wide open for us, while our starters will be able to contain and get out running, and we'll be able to listen. We could realistically run a 9-10 man rotation.
I agree. I agree with you with Dennis Smith Jr. starting and keeping the same four and just implementing Dennis Smith Jr. for Dinwiddie. But however, the verdict is still going to be out on Dennis Smith Jr. Man. So we're just going to see how he performed. But I would agree with that lineup.
Yeah, I think that's the lineup that we go with, and bring Ben Simmons off the bench gingerly, and have him run with the second unit, have him get the rebounds, play defense, and make the plays for them in the open court. Because when he's in the open court, bro, he's still dominant, he's still scary. Now you're gonna have Dinwiddie playing off of him, you're gonna have Cam playing off of him, you're gonna have Royce playing off of him, and with a passer like Ben Simmons coming off the bench for giving you a good 15 to 20 minutes, that could work.
Okay, let me ask you this, homie. Who's your next five off the bench after the starting five of the Nets?
My next five off the bench.
Ain't Ben Simmons making the most money?
Yeah. I think Ben Simmons is making. My
Yeah,
next
he's on
five
like
ball.
40 million.
Yeah.
40 million a
My
I
year.
next
think
five
that
ball.
nigga got to start and do something, yo.
Nah. We got to bring him off the bench. Fuck
That's
that.
a good point. That's another reason why I think he might start.
Yeah. We looking at the money, but fuck the money, bro. Bring his ass off the bench. I'm gonna go with this. The second unit will come off the bench is this. It's Ben Simmons. Probably will run him at the 4. Well, I think we still got Davron. We probably run him as a backup 5. Royce as the 3. Dinwiddie as the 2, and whatchamacallit. No. Dinwiddie as the 1, and whatchamacallit as the 2.
Cam Thomas?
Yeah, Cam Thomas as a 2, and you put the ball in Ben Simmons' hand and let him work all the plays, and let Dinwiddie and let Cam Johnson play off the ball, play off the catch with they one dribble opportunities, and you let them work off of Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons could create more in the transition and more in
Yeah, I agree with that. That would work.
That shit will work. I'm
Yeah.
telling that shit to the coaching staff. If they don't fucking listen to me, we gonna fuck up another year again.
Nah, but hold on, Leaf. Just to your point, Corey Vincent came from the Phoenix staff to work with Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson on their chemistry, and everything they was doing as far as chemistry in Phoenix with the Suns, they're gonna be doing more of that. And that's why they brought them over for them so they could work on their game because they're gonna be the core. They're gonna be the core of our offense. You know, you got Nick Claxton, the core of our defense. I think them as a duo is the core of our offense, opposed to Mikal Bridges.
Listen, I like it. But I just need somebody at the 1, and that's DSJ to get the shit downhill. Have it speed this motherfucker up, bro. Get the shit downhill. Hit these niggas in stride, bro. Like, listen, we don't
Hold on,
do
bro.
too much.
Hey, Brody, you forgot about Lonnie Walker. So where's Lonnie gonna play?
Lonnie Walker, yeah, right. I almost forgot about Lonnie. Lonnie Walker, I feel like we're gonna bring him along gingerly as well, bro. He probably gonna be like that. Like he probably might be fighting for an eighth spot in training camp. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Speaking of that, I never the title of the show is Jalen Wilson making a rotation. I gotta make it a rotation. What about
exactly? That's a good point,
Wilson.
Breezy.
So here's the thing: we got like Buddy said, we got a lot of dudes that's gonna be fighting for positions and fighting for that 1 to 9 spots on the team, depending on how deep we go as a team. And I think we could go 1 to 9 or possibly even 1 to 10. If we could go 1 to 10 successfully, and I think the key to our entire team, realistically, and a lot of y'all probably ain't gonna agree with this, like in the chat, is Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons has a bench role in our team, bro. Like, and being a facilitator, being a rebounding defender off the bench for 15, 20 minutes, that could work.
I agree with what you're saying, but
yeah, I'm not taking nothing away from it, but I'm just trying to steer the conversation to Jalen Wilson because I like his grit. He got the winning basket tonight off a rebound, and that's hustle. That's him staying with the play. The game ain't over until it's over.
Hey, Breezy, they should convert him to a standard contract. That's what they should do. I wanted to ask y'all, who do y'all think should be our 2-ways? You know, we get 3 2-ways now as of April.
I think that the 2-ways. I think the Reek Whitehead is going to get a 2-way because he was our highest pick. Clowney.
No, they signed him, bro.
Oh, so okay, all right. So what about Clowney?
Clowney signed too. He's a first rounder.
Okay, Clowney signed. So
I'm talking about as far as between Chandler, the kid, Marnie Brooks, Raekwon Gray, and David Duke Jr.
I like Armani Brooks.
Armani Brooks can shoot the lights out the basketball.
Yeah. Armani Brooks, he can shoot the lights out the basketball. I think we gonna probably run with him. We already got a lot of spots filled as it is because we still got Ed Sumner. You know
exactly. So, like, that's a good point. We still got Ed.
We still got Ed Sumner. So
and people was complaining about us. Hold on, people was complaining about us dropping David Duke Jr. and not extending the offer, but it's stacked. Like we low key stacked for real. Exactly. You know what I mean? Where would he fit in with all
we got 7 guards. We got 7 guards.
Look. We got a lot. Listen, it's a lot of players that's going to be fighting for spots on this team and come training camp. Once training camp come around, it's a lot of players that's going to be fighting for spots on this team. There's a couple of spots that's probably going to be solidified. Listen, I would like to see how it's going to go. I love to see how it's going to turn out. But like as far as like my projection, I strongly believe Ben Simmons coming along slowly off our bench is going to give our bench the spark that we need for the other guys to get their opportunities much easier because he's such a good passer. But not to play Ben Simmons as long as possible, but play Ben Simmons in spurts where you can break the game wide open.
Right, I want to ask Breezy something. I want to take it back to Jalen Wilson because I know he want to talk about Jalen Wilson and he's high on this kid. So Breezy, like I said, I mean when we just discussed the lineups and the roster, man, we kind of like homie said, there's going to be a lot of people still fighting for a position on this roster. Where does Jalen Wilson fit in? If we got the Dennis Smith Juniors, we got the Lonnie Walkers, we got the Dinwiddies, we got the Cam Thomases. Where do you find playing time for this kid?
I'm all about playing the best, but playing a guy that's best suited for the job. You know what I'm saying? So my
Exactly.
thing is like
It's Mortal
Jalen
Kombat.
Wilson. Jalen Wilson, whether it's Jalen Wilson, whether it's Whitehead or Clowney, we're gonna play three rookies. We're gonna play three rookies. They fought for that spot. They fought hard to be in that spot. If they're gonna fight hard to stay in that spot, man, is gonna be the big question all season long. They got to get to the grind of these 82 games, but it's all about us being all in together.
Training
Like,
camp got to be like Sparta, man. Who
yeah.
up, man.
But at the same time, it has to be the vets that I talked about, the Royce O'Neals and the DFS is bringing them along and be like, all right, yo, this is your time. All right, yo, you play for these minutes, yo, you got this, yo, this is what you got to do, yo, hey, don't worry about making mistakes. We all gonna make mistakes. Listen, you know what to do next time. This, that, and the third. You know, in terms of getting them in sync defensively. These are the type of little things, man, like the players that I have to have. This is why I don't really have no faith on what they doing in San Antonio, because they looking for a pop alone to get a 7-5 motherfucker, bro. Like basically the reins and turn them into basically the best thing going, bro. Like that's not gonna happen. You have to have players around. You have to have vets around, bro, in place to make sure everything else is according in between the lines and in and on off the court, in practices, in the locker room, bro. Yo, listen to this. Yo, you paying attention to X's and O's? Yo, you paying attention to this? Yo, this is how you got to work out. You got to ice the shit. This, that, the third, bro. Like all of that shit has to come together.
Yeah.
It has to come together like fucking glue, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I think
you about to say something?
No, I was gonna say I think we put together a lot of guys who going to have a lot to prove, including our rookies. Like we got a lot of guys on this roster that got a lot to prove, and it's gonna be a dogfight to see who gonna make the roster and who gonna get the playing time.
But that's what I'm asking. Like, how do you? Let me start it off. I think Jalen Wilson is gonna fuck around and get like 15 to 20 minutes this season. No cap.
But
I think
I think he's gonna play his. I think he's gonna play his way into like a 20 plus minute role.
Breezy, Breezy, did you not listen to my question I asked you?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I said, if we got the Lonnie Walkers, we got the Dennis Smith Juniors, we got the Dinwiddies, we got the Cam Thomases, where the fuck does Jalen Wilson fit in the fucking as far as playing time?
I think he's a better shot creator than Royce O'Neal. I think if we need points, we'll go to Jalen Wilson before we go to Royce O'Neal.
Okay.
Yeah. So remember, in the beginning of this, when I came in, you said you wanted Royce O'Neal out. Royce O'Neal could probably be the veteran that this kid need. You know what I'm saying? Like to bring him along and help him along, bro. Like while he's still there before Royce O'Neal.
DFS is a veteran
Jalen Wilson
too,
is more of a scorer than a 3-and-D player. I think that's why you could fit him in a roster, Jay. You know
I think Jalen Wilson is going to be Royce O'Neal on steroids. That's what I think.
And listen, and he could be, and I think Royce O'Neal, and leave it up to Royce O'Neal. He might see a little bit of himself in it, and then he might go on like it's just a lot better. You know what I'm saying? And
he just handles the ball better. He gets to the rim better. He creates offense better.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, I think this is where a lot of the guys, the older guys and the veterans can help. If they could help this kid along and see the potential and bring them along and just show them the ropes, bro. Like that's what it's really all about. You know what I'm saying? Like just getting these guys, because a lot of players they don't have vets. You look at the teams that like the Rockets and all that, they got young teams, man. Like all of these dudes like 1 year apart. You got to do that 19, 20, 21. So they all young. They ain't nobody teaching nobody nothing. Everybody just out there just playing AAU ball. That's not going to be that cannot be the case with us if we want to be successful. You know what I'm saying?
I think I like the direction. Yo, Leaf, Peep how we got those 4 new assistant coaches all focused on player development and career respectfully before they got to the Brooklyn Nets. I think we in a good spot. Yo, but shout to Iceman and shout to This Is JTV. I ain't really hear y'all spill on it. Notorious and Leaf man been holding it down all since the show started. I mean, shout to the panel. What's good with y'all, Iceman? This is JTV. What y'all got going on?
Yo, you can hear me?
All right,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
up, bro?
you. What up? What up?
What's good? What's good? I had to
Word.
drop in for a couple, observations. I think they got Lonnie Walker so Whitehead could develop his game after him because I think that's the best example they want to put on him, like to develop him that way. And as for Sean Marks, he got to get it big, man. That's all you got to do. Just get it big, and we good. And as far as him saying Ben Simmons got another level that he hasn't tapped into yet, I want to see that. I want to see that because he said the same thing about Mikal Bridges, and he took it to a whole nother level. But
Right. Nah, I agree with you.
that's what I'm interested.
I mean, honestly, I would go as far as to say make Lonnie Walker the starting 2 guard and make Mikal Bridges the starting 3. You know what I'm saying? And I don't got DFS starting. I got Cam Johnson starting at the 4.
I'm
And
not.
at the 5.
I'm not on board with that. Listen,
That's interesting, though.
Keep Mikal at the goddamn 2, bro. The minute that we put him back at the 3, that means that we saying, bro, we want the ball in somebody else's hands and we want Mikal to play defense. I don't like that shit. But
Nah,
it's not
no,
going
what
to take
I'm
the ball
saying
off his
is,
hands, though.
all right, let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm saying that you play into Mikal Bridges' strength before he, career-wise, or last season, before he got to the Brooklyn Nets, he led the league in corner threes. And that's why he could play
I
the 3.
understand.
You know what I mean?
But,
so he could still score the ball. Hold on, and
but,
even in the scouting reports, if you don't jump at his 3 ball from that corner, they're gonna sit your ass down. So case in point is he could utilize the pump fake, drive to the basket, get the midi, the fade, the little fade midi. You know what I'm saying? He could get it rocking, man. I mean,
but Breezy, do you think he's gonna have more mismatches at the 2 or the 3? Because at the 3, they got 6'9" and 6'10" wings that could get to him. At the 2, he's going to be switched on to like little guards, much smaller players, bro, and be able to get his shot off easy because of his wingspan. I like him at the 2 because it's more mismatches.
You
right,
like
so
him at the 2?
Let me just say this. Because this is my debate. I'm asking the panel. I'm asking you, Notorious. I'm asking Leaf. I'm asking this is JTV. I'm asking Iceman. I'm asking y'all. I think that the Brooklyn Nets play a better brand of basketball if Mikal Bridges is not the dominant scorer. So I just don't want it to be Hero. I'm just bringing it back to that.
I agree.
But, I agree with that.
It's not about him. I don't think it's more about him being a dominant scorer. More so about him being the point of attack aggressor. So that opens up things for everybody else. So now if you overplan his go-to play, now you got Cam Johnson on the wing. Now you got a DFS on the wing. Now you get them more open opportunities, and now you get you get Claxton rolling to the basket, but because your big got to come up and help, because he's not going to give up that mid range all day, bro. If he's hitting it in the mid range, coming off the screen, coming off the downhill screen or whatever, and the give and goes and the motion sets that he likes to come off of. Bro, like you're gonna have to come and get the ball out of his hands and get it out of his hands quick because he's a great off the ball player. Now that leaves Cam open, bro. But it also depends on who's creating for us. I like DSJ in terms of getting the ball downhill, in terms of getting the guys involved. He's a big guard.
Right, but you got him at the 2. You got Mikal Bridges at the 2, right? Everybody, all y'all got Mikal Bridges at the 2?
No, I got him at the 3. I got him at the 3.
All right, so let's have that debate. Why Mikal Bridges should be the 2 or the 3? That's why I want to.
I'm gonna jump in.
I think he should be the 2 because the opportunities for him to go get a lot more scoring opportunities, to get a lot more mismatches is much better because now he's coming off a more emotional offense at the 2. At the 3, he's asked to be in guard the taller players that he was actually guarding Phoenix, as opposed to DFJ taking that load as opposed to Cam taking that load off of him in times where he needs to carry the offense and give him a rest on defense. I understand him being a good 2-way player, but you don't want to overexert him, and especially if we only playing an 8-man rotation, a short man 8-man rotation. If we was playing 9 to 10-man guarantee, I would be okay with it in those situations. But the fact that I don't know if we are or not. The thing is, I want him to continue playing the 2, continue going off at the 2, because I think he's going to have his best years at the 2, and he's going to prove that he could dominate at the 2, but with the advantages that he already has at 6'6", 6'7", with the wingspan that he already has at over most 2s and getting his shots over them. If he's at the 3, then he got to see a 6'10" dude like an MPJ or one of them. Then they're going to get to it. They got a better chance of getting to it and bothering his opportunities a lot. more than they would than the two guards would, because the two guards is a little bit shorter. They a little bit and more compact than he is. He makes them look small. He makes them look little, and he could get his opposite. He could get them in foul trouble as long as he attacks and gets to downhill faster and gets to his spots faster. So I think at him at the two, as far as the team that we have. As far as the team that we have, instead of just throwing a Lonnie Walker or Cam Thomas in the starting lineup where they don't belong, and when we everybody know that they realistically bench players going up against guys in the opening of the season where everybody's healthy and everybody has their best players out there to start the game. I think Mikal is better off at the two than at the three. That's what I think.
I think I agree with Breeze, man. It's like the only reason why Mikal was overexerting himself is because we had no other choice. You know what I'm saying? After the trade, we had no other point to go to score. But now I think that they're putting these players around him so everybody can eat now. So regardless, I mean, Mikal is not going to be overexerted. He's just going to be the dude that down the stretch, they're going to be like, yo, son, take care of business. And he's going to take that last shot. But, you know, Lonnie Walker is going to be running at the wing. Cam is here. Both Cams is here. And you know, we just stapled down Cam with a contract. So now he's more confident. You understand? He has an official role. So now that's going to take all the pressure off Mikal. So I don't think it really matters where you put Mikal Bridges, bro, to be honest with you. You can put him at the two or the three. He's going to be the final shot taker. But the pieces Sean Morris got right now is going to have everybody eating equally. So now it's going to be a system game. It's not going to be, oh, this guy's the guy to score. This guy's the guy to score. It's going to be everybody involved. So I think I'll leave him at the two, bro. And I think the most important thing is who's going to be dishing the ball at the point guard. So that's about it, to be honest.
That's true. I could agree with the point guard situation, but I just want him at the two, bro. Now go ahead, Breeze. What you saying? Where you want him at? Yo. Yeah. Breeze. Where you want Mikal at? You want him at the two or the three?
I got Mikal at the two for various reasons, man. I mean, I'm sorry, at the three, because again, he shot at a high clip, and that's one. When he was in that corner three, and they gotta respect his pump fake, and he got a good midi. And I think if he said this out of his own mouth, KD is his favorite player. He's not KD, but at the end of the day, he knows what makes KD is efficiency, like I said earlier. And I think you get more of that instead of him trying to create at the elbow where the two guard would be. You know, we don't need him to create at the elbow. He could use his height advantage and put guys on the post if he doing it at the rim. You know what I'm saying?
You preaching.
I think, huh?
No, I said you preaching, bro. Go ahead.
I just think he better at the three for those various reasons. Not to mention he could run the pick and roll with Nick Claxton at the five. You know what I'm saying? He could run the pick and roll with Claxton, like you said. Maybe I seen Clax put the ball on the floor. He may not have that midi, but he could do a drop step and get close to the basket. And yeah, he could work on his free throws. But case in point is we could utilize the pick and roll with Mikal Bridges at the three and Clax at the five, or DFS at the four. He could do the pick and roll with Clax, DFS, and Cam Johnson. That's why I want him at the three, bro. And I don't think we get that same flexibility on the offensive side of the ball out of Mikal Bridges.
I think Mikal is more comfortable at the three because that's his natural position. And
that part too.
And also, homie, I get that you want to try to make things easier for Mikal, but this nigga prides himself on the defensive end of the floor. He wants to guard the best player. Like, he says it all the fucking time. Like, he cares more about defense than offense. So, I mean, I'm putting Mikal at the three. That's his natural position. Like, I agree with everything Breezy said as far as that corner three and his midi game and him scoring from that baseline. I think he's more. That's his spots on that side of the floor. I agree with Breezy about him, having to score from the elbow at the top of the key if he was moved to the two. I think he's more efficient at the wing, even though the workload will be a little bit more, but he thrives off of that workload. I think he would be more efficient at the wing. I agree.
Yo.
I just want to see these dudes run on the fast break, because it's like, yo, bro, it's not a problem, but it's like, okay, where you going to put Dinwiddie coming off the bench at the two? Because DSJ got to play. He got to play the point. where you gonna put Cam Thomas? He don't play the 3, he play the 2. So it's they gotta make a move.
Yeah. You talking about Dennis Smith Jr.?
Yeah.
I mean, is Dennis Smith Jr. really a 1 though? He's like a combo guard for real.
Yeah, he's like a 1, like a Baron Davis, a light. You understand? Like a bouncy 1. You know, could play the 2. But
how is this? I get that he's good in the open court, right? Because he's athletic. How is DSJ in the half court set running the offense?
I think he's like a primary ball handler.
I half court set, bro. Like we only got one option: drive and kick, or pick and curl and come off the mid range and top elbow with McHale. Bro, we have no half court set. Everything is gonna have to be downhill, bro. Like and get in transition, bro. Our half court set, y'all need to hear this, bro. Our half court set is in the shitter. It's gonna be in the shitter for a while, bro. We don't have no half court set player.
Nah, you know those plays they're running on summer league. That's the playbook they use.
Yeah. Of course, that's the play, and that's probably the playbook that we running, and that's probably gonna expose everything else. And some team probably watching that be like, yo, they gonna run the same shit in the regular season.
I haven't been watching the games, but what they doing? Like they doing like one-on-one shit?
Well, they doing one-on-one shit, like, but in terms of like off the rebound, everybody running up and down the court, it basically look like a park game until like you get a half court, until like somebody inbound off a dead ball, and then you got to walk the ball up the court.
So they're relying on their defense. So it's
yeah. Everybody relying on everybody just getting reps in. Ain't nobody really running too much enough.
So as long as you play defense, whatever comes with it, it's like freestyle type shit.
Yeah. Pretty much like most of the fast plays is like get up and down the court. It's basically freestyle, pick and curl, pick like little pick and roll handoffs and shit like that, man. There ain't no plays being called, you know what I'm saying, like in sets and everything like that. So we get a set offense. I don't really expect us to have a set offense because we don't have a set offensive coach. You know what I'm saying? Coach Jay Vaughn.
We gonna be a fun up and down the court type of team, you know.
Yeah, that's our best case scenario is be up and down the court.
Score off the turnovers, run the floor.
Yeah,
did Jay say his lineup? Did Jay say his starting five?
Yo, if that picture's real, I mean that's crazy right there. Because I think they trying to go with Tyler Hero. They're trying to replace Joel Harris with Tyler Hero because we're missing a sharpshooter. So that's what they probably trying to do.
Tyler Hero is that sharpshooter though, like that.
The only thing is that he could develop into it because he's young, so they're probably going to do some brainwashing. Like Sean Mark is going to do some brainwashing into some, like, you got to play like this way now. You understand?
And so I told y'all boys Tyler Hero was coming to Brooklyn. I said that about 2 hours ago. He covered. Watch.
I don't like that.
You don't like that shit?
I don't like that, man.
Yeah, nah, me neither. I ain't. I think Lonnie Walker was a good addition, and I don't want him to cut into Cam Thomas minutes. I think
I don't like Tyler Hero neither, bro. Like I think what the direction that we going, Tyler Hero doesn't fit it, bro. Like we go in the direction of like the better two-way play, better looking two-way players, guys that could get after it on both ends. You know, they could score, they could call their own number from time to time with the Lonnie Walkers, with the Cam Thomases and the CJs and the McHale Bridges, all that, man. But I think we need to. I think we're okay with what we have right now. We just gotta figure out ways to develop it and get guys. Our best thing going forward is our team defense and how we put our heads together on our defensive end. If we could do that consistently, night in and night out, and hold teams to certain percentages and certain points, I think we that betters our chances, man. And I think we have the possibility to become a pretty damn good defensive team. But it has to start with everybody locking their heads in and putting it together on in the training camp and putting it together on court.
Lonnie Walker better come over here playing like the Lonnie Walker game, because I ain't really like him. I ain't really like him that much last year, but that one game in the playoffs
last year, neither. But listen,
that one game in the playoffs, he went crazy.
One game going off against a Warriors team that was dissolving, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like,
he's good though. Like,
he better play that Lonnie Walker game out here.
Listen, Anybody named Lonnie
I always
Cahoot,
thought Lonnie
bro.
Walker was a sleeper personally.
Yeah. Lonnie. Anybody listen? Look, I always
He was
Lonnie
good in
Walker
Miami.
Cahoot. I always know Lonnie Walker Cahoot, but listen, I'm gonna need you to go. I'm gonna need you to go far with what you capable of, bro. Like for real.
Right. They just gotta start playing up to their potential.
Exactly. I need you to play past your potential.
Yeah, that's why I said a lot of guys on this team got something to prove. You know what I mean? Lonnie Walker, Dennis Smith Jr. You know what I mean? It's
I swear that's what I thought last year. Last year I thought Ben Simmons had something to prove. I thought Kyrie had something to prove. I thought KD had something to prove.
That's true, but them niggas are stars though. These
absolutely.
Niggas
I just don't want this dude just to sign him to not play him type shit. Cause I could see that shit happening. So they're gonna be like, "Yo, you signed me just not to play me, bro."
Hey, homie,
get into that. How they stars and they had something to prove, and get into that because I got something to say to that too. But go ahead, Notorious. I was listening.
No, I was going to say that it's a difference because KD and Kyrie are stars. Like, yeah, they had something to prove as far as legacy wise, but these Nets guys that we got something to prove because they trying to keep food on the table. You got to understand, some of these guys got 1 foot out the league and 1 foot in, so they playing for their livelihood. You know what I mean? You got Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah.
Who barely,
I'm with you 100. I'm with you.
I'm with you 100
so that's
too.
A different.
But listen. Hey, while we at it, bro, they got the rookies on their back, man. That's gonna apply pressure, like Jalen Wilson and Derek White once he come back, and Clowney once he get it together, bro. Like they gonna apply pressure to that. So it's gonna be a lot of guys.
Josh Vaughn wasn't even playing Cam Thomas and Day'Ron Sharp. He's not gonna play them niggas.
Damn, I forgot all about Day'Ron Sharp. That's crazy.
He's not gonna play them niggas.
Day'Ron was starting to get minutes a little bit after because he was rebounding.
Like Jay, 2-3 years later.
Yeah, I understand that, Jay. But the thing is, like, he started to be important for what what he was looking for.
But not first year in the league.
No, not first year in the league. No, of course
That's
not.
why I'm saying that these niggas ain't gonna get no burn. That's what I think.
I think Jalen Wilson is a little bit different, bro. Like, I think this training camp is gonna show that he is at least ready to get like a 15 to 20 minute type of role. You know what I'm saying? Like at least with him. Now as far as Whitehead and Clowney go, bro, like I don't know how he necessarily feels about them, but Jalen Wilson, I think a kid. You got to remember there's a Kansas connection there on one that Breeze always keep telling us about, and two, his game. His offensive game is a bit of a sleeper, but he's going to have to get after it on the defensive end as well. And I think that's what we're really going to wow the coaches, especially Coach Dave Vaughn, bro. Like, so I think honestly, bro, like Wilson could be in there. It's a possibility he could be in there, but we won't know until 5 days before the season. We won't even know during preseason. We got to know like maybe 5 days before regular season games start, and then we'll know then. So. I don't know.
This shit reminds me. I'm not saying they're the same player, but this shit reminds me of the Kessler Edwards situation from last year. Like he was doing good in summer league and shit, and preseason he got burned, but then that's it. They stopped playing him and shit. So it's like he's gonna need a spot.
Thinking up the joint. He couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Then he went to the Blazers and he started shooting. I'm like, this guy.
You know what? I think I see something different in Jalen than guys like Kessler Edwards. I just think Jalen got that fucking dog in him, man. Like I do, bro. Like he's a fucking competitor, and he don't back down from nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I think he has that type of edge about him that he could crack the rotation.
So you telling me he gonna crack the rotation more than Cam ever did?
Yeah, I think so because he's more of a complete rounded player than Cam. Everybody gets stuck on Cam Thomas's offensive ability, but fail to realize his deficiencies as far as his basketball IQ, him not sharing the basketball, him not playing defense. That's why I always say it's more the basketball than just scoring. We get it, the kid can score, but basketball is more than scoring the basket, putting the ball in the hoop. You know what I mean? Jalen is a complete player, and on top of that, the player team basketball. See, they don't need no fucking young guys that's going out there to try to be a superstar, bro. You know what I'm saying? They trying to play
Nah, I
fucking
agree with you,
basketball.
bro. Yo, like I said,
feel
I'm with
like
you 100, bro.
I feel like I agree with you, but I also disagree because I feel like there was at times last year when we needed a bucket. Like if we going on scoring droughts for minutes, and we need somebody to be in the game doing exactly what you just said, but they was just letting him sit there watch it.
That's a fact.
Yo, man. If they trade Cam
That is
Thomas
a
for
fact. I
Miami,
agree with
bro,
you.
I
Jay,
agree
to
with
add
y'all.
to that, I think that has a lot to do with pace and other dimensions of the offense. If we add somebody to our start lineup that could get the ball up and down the court and get easier opportunities, I think that helps out and with less half court opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And us being able to get back on defense and everything, bro. Like, but the thing is, realistically, I think it really depends on the condition, overall conditioning of our team, and a whole bunch of stuff, bro.
And the
Like,
coaching
listen,
and shit.
yeah, and the coaching and the way we really want to play, and we really don't know. We really are right now. We just speculating how the team could be based off a lot of these players' potential.
I'm still skeptical on JV as a coach. I like them
I'm
when
still
we had
skeptical
KD
on
and
JV as the
Kyrie.
coach too, man. But listen,
When
we
we
gave
had
him to them.
KD and Kyrie, he was great.
We gave him the extent, yeah, of course, bro, because we gave him the extension, and you got great players. You ain't got to do as much. But now that you actually got a coach, now that you don't have the top 10, top 20 players, you know what I'm saying? Like, now it's a little bit different. Now you got to get guys to buy in.
Facts.
Now you got to get guys to pick up for each other. You know, help each other hand by hand, help each other off the court,
He
bro.
got to
Like,
be
help each other
creative.
in the locker room. Yeah, you got to, you got to definitely be creative and definitely got to get guys to buy in a certain different way, man. Like, influence guys. For me, it's easy. For me, with a team like this, bro, like it's easy to encourage these guys in the locker room. I'm like, yo, bro, you see who you got? Like, that should be easy every night. I just look at the stat sheet, bro. I'm like, yo, you see who you guarding tonight? Yo, him? Are you serious? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Yeah, I know you ain't getting dogged by him. I know you ain't getting dogged by. I be pushing niggas in the locker room, all that shit, tripping niggas in the shit, pushing niggas in the clothes, bro, all that shit, bro. Like, that's serious, bro. Throwing the basketball at niggas' legs, bro. Like, make sure. I'm like, yo, bro, you don't look like you ready, bro. Like, yo, you ready to hoop? Yo, you about to dunk on a nigga tonight, bro? Yo, you gonna get it in one? All right, cool.
Yo, did y'all see the video of Jeff Teague talking about the time that Curry scored 44 points on him?
Oh,
He
yeah,
I
he was
seen
playing
that shit.
hard
I seen
defense.
that
Yo,
shit.
he said, I was playing the hardest defense of my life. Thibodeau told me, yo, this is the best defense I ever seen you play. he said, you know how much he had? 44. God damn. He said,
You can't tell no nigga that after putting up a 40 biscuit on him, bro. Like,
but
yo, you got it. Nah, he a motivational speaker.
He trying to tell you that's how good the boy is. He was like the boy. He said,
nah, that's a motivational speaker. That ain't no head coach. He just trying to get you motivated.
That's what it is. That's the nigga that's trying to talk out his ass, bro.
No,
like,
but look,
that ain't no head coach.
He telling them he was giving maximum effort on every defensive play. He was there. Duke just hitting the shots. You know what I mean? And then he said after like 30 or something, he started doing the shimmy and shit like that. He had to tell him, nah, fuck out of here with that shit. Don't do that. You're taking it too far now.
I think it's more of a. I think that was more of a nod to how great Steph Curry is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, hold on. I just want to tell y'all this. This is funny. You see this picture? This is how real Nets fans is. They say if you look in the background, you can see Ben working on his 3-point shot. They didn't even take the picture of the dude that's right there. Like, they took the picture of Ben Simmons, the back of his leg, to show the Nets fans. You gotta respect the Nets fan like
CSI
that, man.
shit.
Press, man. I don't know how you get this picture and where you get this picture.
I would like to listen. Man. I would like to just be around and just be focused on a lot of dudes' mentalities, bro. Like, I don't feel like I could be a short nigga around all these niggas, man. These niggas is like 6'7", 6'8", bro, 6'10" and shit, bro. I'm like, bro, like, I be looking up at niggas. I'm like, yo, bro, on some real, bro. You playing like some shit, bro. Like, yo, we gonna have to run this fade, bro. Like, if you put another shit show out on the court, I'm jumping off the top of the locker room. I'm elbowing niggas, bro. Like, yo, dead serious, bro. Like, yo, you gotta clean this shit up. Fuck the bullshit, bro. Like, I'm sick and tired of you out here, bro. Like, I'll be kicking down niggas' hotel door rooms, bro. If they put out shit show, I can't be on a basketball team, bro. I cannot, bro. You can't sell me, bro. Like, don't sell me, bro.
Who the
like,
hell is that? That's Hero.
Yeah, yo, theoretically, bro, if they trade for Hero, bro, Pat Riley's gonna turn Cam Thomas into a mutant, bro. He's gonna take him to a whole nother level. I bet you that's gonna happen, bro.
Listen.
He's gonna change his whole game up, bro.
I would be so tight, bro.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
I got
I
a
ain't looking
feeling that's
forward
gonna
to that.
happen.
I want to see him do it here. Do it with
Yeah,
us.
I would watch it, but I'd be so tight because I'm like, yo, bro, this
Listen,
dude.
Cam. Listen, if Eric Spoelstra and them niggas would turn them nigga, that
If
nigga
it was
do
me,
anything.
If it was me, I'd put Cam.
Because you seen what they did
I'm
with
putting
Gabe
Cam on the
Vincent, Max
floor and
Strus,
4
and
other niggas that can
whatchamacallit.
play
They got
defense.
them niggas bags, bro. Like Max Strus
Yo,
and all of them.
they need a replacement for that. So Cam Thomas comes cheap. So it's like, all right, we lost Gabe Vincent, so bring us Cam Thomas over here. You won't see what we're gonna do with him.
I'm telling you,
Exactly.
put
Gabe
Cam
Vincent
Thomas
just
on the
got
floor with
33
4
mil for
defenders.
3 years, bro. So I'm just like,
Yo,
okay.
all right, just because I'm a fan like that, yo, Jay, can you talk about that? I like what you said. You said Cam Thomas on the floor with 4 defenders. Just get into that real quick. Tell me what you see in that.
I see everything y'all was saying about Cam Thomas, what his deficiencies are, have other people to make up for what he lacks on the floor and let him go out there and do what he does. Know what I mean? Because he is a bucket. And a lot of times last year we was missing a bucket.
That's facts. What y'all think about this quote about Sean Marks? He said Sean Marks told ESPN that he wouldn't be surprised if Jalen Wilson got minutes in Brooklyn this season. His IQ is off the charts. Adding Nets were ecstatic to get Wilson at the number 51st pick. I think people sleep on him because he's the 51st pick.
That's it exactly. That's it exactly, Breeze, bro. Like the thing is, but here's the thing: is the difference between how you play against guys up in summer league, and then there's the difference between summer camp, and then there's the separation between summer camp and how you get ready, and because you basically summer camp you fighting, especially as an unknown, as a 51st pick, bro. You fighting. You're gonna be fighting. It's gonna be a dog fight every time in practice, man. It's gonna be a dog fight to get in that lineup and get minutes. And then once it come down to the preseason, then you fighting again. And then the regular season is where you make your mark. And then you go along the season, and then you go along the second half of the season. That's different. And then you go along the postseason, and that's different, bro. So he got like at least 5, 6 different levels of basketball to level the fuck up, bro, and level up quickly.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, for in his defense, he's a senior. He was a senior in college. And we got players on the team, and you've seen players in the league come as rookies in college. I mean, rookies in college and not get minutes. So who's the better player? The player that got drafted as a rookie and not really get minutes, or the player that was a senior in college and got minutes?
I think the juniors and the seniors are showing.
I think he's NBA ready, bro.
Yeah, I think they're showing to be a little bit more, a little to a lot of more NBA ready than the freshmen and the guys that's 19, 18, 19, 20.
Because Cam Johnson did 5 years in college, bro. Cam Johnson did 5 years, so it's like they got that maturity already.
Right. They got that maturity. They know how to deal with the media. They know how to be professional. This, that, the third. I understand that character, guys. We don't give a that's something that we as the fans, we don't give a shit about none of that. We give a shit about, man, what you doing on the court. Fuck all that. Bro, like now, if you could put all of that together on the court, man, and muster up a good, solid, and above average 25 plus minutes, man, as a rookie, as a 51st pick, man, and then that's gonna be like, yo, what the hell do we need with some of these top picks? Because a lot of the top picks in the lottery, they mostly like potential merchants. You know what I'm saying? Like what guys could be. Yo, these projects, these guys is 19, 20 years old. Yo, they could be something one day. They basically like when you get in a lottery, like you basically looking for the next star. When you outside of the lottery, you looking for a guy that can help. But at the same time, that guy could turn into a gem, or could turn into a potential all-star, potential this, that, potential that, whatever the case may be. You know, however they kind of see it. But the thing is, when you a second round pick, you sort of humble yourself, you know, and notice that, okay, yo, I'm getting a chance at the league. I'm kind of lucky to be drafted going this late in the draft, man. I'm about 6. That's 51st.
Oh shit, my second favorite Suns fan is in the building.
They still fighting pretty much.
51st pick is basically 9 picks away from not even being drafted. You know what I'm saying? So like my thing is just like, okay, yo, I got this opportunity. Let me make the best of it. I can show, man, like I should have been higher. I'm gonna show everybody this, that, the third. I can show everybody this, that, the third, and next level, and evolve on from that, bro. Listen, They said it. Michael Porter Jr. He said it in the quote. He said when he first got there, he thought Mason Plumlee was better than Joker. He honestly thought that when he first came there. He was like, "Yo, I thought Mason Plumlee was better than Joker." And then I started to get on the court when I realized, "Yo, this dude is it." And this was the 40-something pick in the second round. Like, come on, like greatest second round pick ever right now. You know, as far as we know.
You know why those guys play?
Nah, that's what's
play
up.
so hard. No, I'm saying those guys play hard because they really got 1 foot in the league and 1 foot out. They on like prove it deals pretty much. So if they don't perform,
that's a different type of hunger right there.
Exactly.
They ain't even trying to hear about the G League.
It's a very big. It's a way different type of hunger, man. And that's the type of hunger, man, where it could force you one way into coming up into the Joker realm and being okay with everything and appreciating everything, or you could go to the Gilbert Arenas route and be goofy and be happy with the money that you got. You know what I'm saying? So like either way, man. Like, but I hope everything work out with us, man. Listen, I like the direction that Wilson's going in. I like the direction that our team is going in so far. If we could get a much more competent ball handling and facilitator that could run the offense and break down the defense in the half court sets, man. Listen, I think we right in the money, man. So, I mean, we gotta see, man.
I think we agreed that, especially with this quote that Jalen Wilson to make the rotation. After seeing this quote, I'm pretty sure of it. And we all agreed that the Brooklyn Nets is a top 10 defense, man. I appreciate y'all, man. It's a 2-hour stream. Listen, man, I kind of covered everything I needed for tonight. If anything y'all want to talk about, we could get into it. But I'm glad it's always a good stream when Nets fans agree on the direction that we going, because I feel our fan base is growing and the culture is growing. So
listen, and to add on to that,
we in the middle of that. We spearheading that. We ain't the biggest group, but you know what I'm saying. We in the mix.
To add on to that, Breeze, bro. Like, not to cut you off. To add on to that, bro. Like, this is basically our baby. You know, this is basically our family. Like I'm dead serious. This is basically our baby because this is home. Like, we ain't got nothing else. We ain't got no Dodgers. We ain't got nothing else, bro. Like, this is basically home. This is basically our baby. So we got to protect this, and we got to protect this from all the other shit. Now, listen. Shout out to the Talking Nets. Shout out to Nets Daily. Shout out to all the other Nets pages. But this is our. But like where we at, we right in the middle in the heart of this city. It's one of the largest cities in the world, and we in the middle and right in the battlefields of it. You know what I'm saying? We already know what we can be, and we already know what the direction of the culture can be, and how to be successful, and where we could go. We got visions of it. But all it takes is the coaching staff and the players to get all on the same page. Now the Sean Marks done then signed the deals and put everything together and made the draft picks. It is what it is. And now it's up to the new coaching staffs and the new development teams and everything and the new players to put it all together and help us the way to make us competent and make us a competent team and make us a competent team to be proud of. Because I ain't gonna lie. After we traded Kevin Durant and Kyrie, bro, I watched more games than I was when they was here.
Yeah,
that was it. Jay, you said it the other day, bro. That was probably the most fun I had watching the Nets basketball.
I'm telling you, when I was there, them games was way more loud, more.
Them games was way more loud. And the thing is, it's gonna get louder because now we got guys that's underachievers that's been told, no, you getting traded. You getting traded. You don't belong here. You going second round. You ain't first round. This, that, and the third. Everybody should have that chip on their shoulder. I know if I'm in that locker room, bro, I'm reminding dudes of that every fucking day. Because that's going to have them more motivated and more ready to knock somebody fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to go out there, when it's time to fight, when it's time to battle with all of these stars and everybody that's getting top dollar. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, and these are the things that's going to help us in the future, bro. These little things, bro. Like, and the little things and the vets, whether it's the veterans on the bench, the Royce O'Neals, the DFSs, and helping the young guys like the Jalen Wilsons and the Clownies and the Tariq Whiteheads. These are the things that's gonna help us going forward, man. This is our thing. And Breeze, bro, I know you like kicking up dust about the Nets on other channels, bro. Like, but listen, it's gonna be more fun. It's gonna be more fun when we do it. When we all the way up top, when we the last four, we the last two standing, and everybody else is every other 28 other teams is in the shitter. It's gonna be more fun then. Trust me, bro. Like, and that's when I'm gonna come out and then be like everybody gonna be talking about giving praise to the Nets. I'm like, nah, because I was taking
Yo,
most
bro,
of the
can I
ass
ask you a
whooping.
question real quick?
What's up?
I had a conversation with a couple of fans or so-called Nets fans who think that the Knicks are going to be better than the Nets this year, or feel like they're a much, much better team. What do you think about that? Do you think the Knicks? Do you think as big of a margin between both the teams as far as where they going to be in talent wise?
Hell no. I think the
Yeah.
Knicks peak. I
Yeah.
think the Knicks peak.
Talk about it.
The Knicks peak, man, because they got a lucky break with a young dumb Cleveland team, and we had to play basically a team that basically had the regular season MVP and Joel Embiid. So like you tell us what. Don't get me wrong. Listen, the Knicks put their best foot forward. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. I like him. Everybody else on the team is kind of shit, realistically. But shout out to Jalen Brunson. Listen, they're the Knicks. We're not gonna wait no damn. Listen, this is not a 100-year program where we came in the 1940s and we still waiting for another championship since the 1970s. No, we ain't doing that shit, bro. Like we've been here for 10 years. We got a chance to steal it. We got a chance to just snatch the whole goddamn Statue of Liberty and everything away from these niggas, bro. And we got plenty of time to do it because the Knicks ain't going no damn where, bro. They peaked. They won a round. Cute for them, bro. It is what it is. But they're not going to be as good as everybody think. Now they could get scouted. Now Jalen Brunson is going to start to show more of a number one after the fact. He's going to have to show that he's really, really about that money because it's only been 1 year. The same as SGA over in OKC. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody was saying the stuff about Mikal. Can he be a first? Listen, I like him a whole lot better, and his advantage is a whole lot better than I like Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson got a bag. I admit it. Listen, Jalen Brunson is everything like that under the sun, but it's the Knicks. That's why I'm falling on, and that's why I'm always falling on. And I know y'all gonna fall on it too. But this is home for us, man. Listen,
Yeah,
anybody on the outside, listen, Breeze. I know you like kicking up the dust on the other channels, but anybody on the outside coming in, I don't want them in. Ain't gonna be no when we at the last four, we at the final four, the final two standing. I don't want nobody being like, nah, I knew the Nets. No, you didn't. You lying.
Wait,
you
can I ask
shitting on
this
me.
question? Did y'all talk about this NBA Cup shit and who's in our
Hell
division
no.
for that?
I
and all that?
refuse. I refuse. I'm not doing that. No, I don't
You
even know
don't
what
fuck
it's
with it?
about. I'm not fucking with it, bro. Because
Did you watch the Richard Jefferson
I
explanation
did
shit?
peep the Richard Jefferson shit, but realistically I still don't get it. It looked like a money grab from the NBA to try to get players. It's basically
You know what
trying
it
to get.
is? It's not a money grab, it's an attention grab. Because at the end of the day, they looking at all these other sports. I seen some shit the other day that said they look at the top 100 things that came on TV and not one NBA game was in it. It was a couple NCAA games, mostly football games. NBA is trying to find a way to garner attention during the middle of the season.
Well, here's the thing. They're never going to be over the NFL.
I'm just saying,
that's out.
bro,
that's out of
I'm
question.
just saying, did you hear what I said? The top 100 things
The
that
top
came
100
on
things.
TV.
Yeah, I
no
understand
NBA
that.
game, not the playoffs.
Yeah. But let's focus. All right, but Jay, like you said, the top 100 things. Now you got to break that down. Let's focus on just sporting events. Listen? Is the NBA topping the NFL?
The Final Four get in there, but not the NBA. That's
the Final Four is one game. It's much exciting, bro. Like trust me.
That's what they trying to do with this shit.
They are trying to do it with this shit, but here's the thing. It's really going to be more of a money grab because it's going to grab the attention of the casuals. The casuals is waiting for the playoff time, but that's what they waiting for LeBron and Steph and KD to be there. That's what they waiting for. You know, like all the trolls
but
online, and everybody that's in chats and PC and all these other big channels and everything, they're waiting for that. You know what I'm saying? We, the hardcore fans, we watching every night to see if our team get better. You know what I'm saying? So, like, realistically, the NBA Cup is just something to add on, bro, to try to help Wemby out realistically. But, like, I ain't going to get too deep into that, man. Like, look, it is what it is.
Just what you said, bro. People, the casual they trying to get more of the casual fans to watch consistently, and they trying to get the players to play every game because people tune in and see LeBron ain't playing, Curry ain't playing. They don't want to watch it no more. That's why they not trying to get these niggas MVP. If they don't play a certain amount of games, you ain't getting all these awards and incentives.
That's it exactly. So the new NBA Cup is probably going to add on to that. It's probably, listen, I think when's whoever
They
wins
said
the
this
NBA
year.
Cup will probably get like a home court type of thing. They
No,
probably gonna
look,
bless them with some shit.
they said this year it's only gonna be money that they get. They're gonna get money, but if it's good, if they continue it, they probably might give people a extra pick or home court advantage or some other shit. Like they'll come up with more stipulations to make it more interesting. But they testing it out first, and I think everybody hated the play-in at first, but the play-in is type lit.
The play-in, I think the play-in. The only thing about the play-in that I don't like is basically telling the 7th and 8th seed, bro, like, yo, hey, yo, we know y'all played 82 games to get to the 7th and 8th, but hey, the 9th and 10th, you know, we don't think y'all that much better than the 9th and 10th seed. So you know what? Yeah, we gonna have y'all play for this,
You
that,
got
and
to prove
third.
it. You got to
I
prove
think,
them.
but the thing is, this is why I hate the play-in, because the 7th and the 8th seed could basically pick and choose who they want to play. You know, like Miami did this year. They basically picked and choose. Even though they beat both Boston and Milwaukee, the Lakers basically could pick and choose who they want to play, because they could lose a game if they the 7th or 8th seed. They could lose a game and then go down to 9 and then go down and play the winner of the 9th and 10th seed, win that game, and then play a team that they match up better with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So realistically, the first seed is really the 3 seed, because you know who you playing, bro. Like 3 versus 6, you know you playing. Ain't no playing for that. Ain't no playing for 4
But
versus 5.
everything that you're saying is what makes it more interesting.
I think it just gives like the 7th and the 8th seed more strategy, because if those teams heat up like the Miami Heat, this is how you got the Miami Heat in the finals.
But that's a good thing. It gives the lower seeds more strategy and the higher seeds more stress.
Look, look. If I busted my ass, like, all right, put it this way: if you bust your ass at a job, right?
Bro, I totally get what you're saying, but what about good content for TV? What people want to see?
I understand this. Listen, it may be good content for TV, but listen, look. If you busting your ass at a job for something, bro, like for 360 something days, and then you get to that, incentive, and then they be like, hey, listen, yo, we know you was working hard for 365 days, Jay, but listen, we got these other 2 people that's coming in, just out of state, whatever, bro. We gonna add like another 10 days to it, bro, like just to make sure. And then we're gonna choose the person that's gonna get the incentive from them next 10 days and work that out. You're gonna be tight. You're gonna be tight,
totally
because you worked the 365 days, and then you was promised this and you ain't get it. Now you gotta work another 10 days to get something basically you will work your ass off for a whole year.
Yo, bro, I agree with you, but I'm not crying for these millionaires, bro. If you better than that team, prove you better than them. You the first seed, you should be able to beat the 7th, 8th, or the 6th. Whoop they ass, and if you don't, oh well, you out, nigga.
Right, hey, one of the best players on the planet, Jokic, is a 2nd round pick. So, you know, again, man, listen, I want to see us compete, and I agree with y'all. We got a different type of hunger. These players got something to prove. I'm just wrapping it up because I'm about to call it a night, man. But shout out to Leaf, shout out to Notorious. I hope you pull up more, man. I see you be on Twitter pushing the Brooklyn Nets culture. The fan base is growing because of fans like Notorious. Shout out to him. Shout out to Leaf. Same for him. Everything I said about Notorious, same for Leaf. He's on these YouTube streets, jumping on different panels, talking Brooklyn Nets basketball. And shout out to my guy. This is JTV, man. We be hooping together for real. We're the same Nets practicing in the park. You know what I mean? And please, man, I heard y'all ask that question. I can't get into it right now, but please pull up on Saturday, 11 a.m., and we're going to get into all of that. 11 a.m., me and T-Tom, Nixon Ish, we got a show called KVN, Who Run the City, the podcast. We're going to start at 11 a.m. If we don't, it'd be like 11:10. But we definitely pulling up on Saturday, and I might be back before that, but shout out to all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Nets fans is the best fans. And I don't know, man. Till next time, man.
Definitely, man. Big shout out, Big Fan Breeze. Shit, Brooklyn fan bam all day, man. Listen, yo, we gonna stand. Our city gonna stand tall, man. Like sooner or later, man. We all gonna stand tall. We don't want no outsiders, man. No, none, 0.
It's Brooklyn.
All right, I'm out, man. Y'all, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, peace. You gonna say something, Notorious?
No, I'm good, man. Y'all brothers be good. It was a pleasure talking basketball with you guys.
Right, safety, bro.
Peace. I appreciate y'all.
Big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog.
BROOKLYNets.